you that you need to conduct yourselves as if you were actually in court with me. That means that if you're driving, you need to pull over and find a quiet space to talk with me when I get around to your case. If you need to find somewhere that you can appropriately talk with the court when we get to your case also. If you are a defendant in a case, you have a right to remain silent. Anything that you say can be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present at these proceedings. Um, we do have public defenders that are in court with me today and that should be on the line this morning. If you would like to make application for a public defender to see if you qualify for their services, we're happy to allow you to do that this morning. Let's see. Ms. Helen, are you on with me?
Good morning, Judge.
Good morning. Would you please tell everyone how they can apply for the services of the public defender if they choose to?
Yes, Judge. Good morning. If you are requesting the services of the Public Defender's Office, I have sent a message in the chat. You need to put your name and your number in the chat requesting those services. One of the public defenders will call you back at the end of the call of the calendar.
Thank you, Ms. Helen. I appreciate that. Let's see, if you're an attorney in a case, these cases have been transferred to the Orca division from a division judge. The cases will remain with the Orca division through either a plea, bench trial, or jury trial. So if you have not spoken with the solicitors, and the solicitors are different in the Orca division than they are in the trial division. So if you have not spoken with a solicitor in this division, I encourage you to speak with the solicitor today to find out if there's been an update of the offer, and if you desire additional information or need additional discovery or things of that nature. I encourage you to at least speak with them today so that we can push your cases on to resolution. Okay, with that said, let's see who we have with us this morning. Position number 1, George Aguilar Juarez.
Good morning, Your Honor. Attorney Tristan Alba here for Mr. Juarez. He is on, Judge. We do have written discovery. We have the state did ask for the video, so we're still waiting on that, Your Honor. But we did get an offer that I'm discussing with my client yesterday. So it may end up being a plea, Judge, but that's where we are right now.
Okay, let's see. If it's not a plea, will you be filing motions in the matter, or do you anticipate filing motions?
There may be some motions, Judge. It would be under Ortiz, I think, if we did file any motions. But I think this one's probably going to end up getting resolved, Judge.
Okay, so would you like me to place you on a final plea? I'm happy to give you additional time, given that you've just gotten all the information that you need. Would you like me to place you on a final plea calendar?
Judge, we are still waiting on the video, so I'm not sure quite yet. That would be fine, I guess, if you want to put us on a final plea calendar, Judge.
All right, so we're going out to February, so that should give you plenty of time to get that video in the next 2 months. And if not, and you haven't gotten it, then we'll work with you. So why don't we place you, if it's okay with you, place you on a final plea calendar on February 7th at 1:30. Does that work for you?
That does work, Judge.
Okay. Good morning, Your Honor.
Yes.
I did also relay. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you.
Good. I did relay the message to Attorney Lee that given that this is a 2016 case, it's possible that the videos no longer exist and we're just looking into it. So I just want to make note of that.
That is true. The state did let us know that that was a possibility, Judge.
Okay. Well, hopefully you all can work it out by February 7th. And if you do work it out, and it will be a plea on that final plea calendar. Normally, I would like people to come into my court to take the final pleas, but if you get the paperwork in prior to the court date, then you can be on the video. If it does not come in prior to the court date, I'd like for you and your client to be here in person, okay?
Yes, Your Honor. And like I said, I do believe this one probably is going to get worked out. Your Honor, we would require probably an interpreter for him that day. Is that something that we need to request from you at this time, or?
We'll make a note of it, but as we get closer to the time, if you wouldn't mind calling the clerk here in the Orca division and just remind them that the services of an interpreter will be needed, okay?
Okay, thank you so much, Your Honor.
Okay, anything further this morning?
Nothing from the defense, Judge.
All right, have a good day. Thank you.
Thank you.
Position number 2, Aaron Bates. Aaron Bates.
Yes, I'm here.
Good morning, Mr. Bates. Let's see, are you still represented by Jason Hasty?
It should be Gregory McMillan,
What's the last name?
Attorney Gregory. He should be here. I'm not sure if he made it just yet.
Okay. I will hold for his announcement, Mr. Bates.
Okay, thank you.
Position number 3, I signed a null pros this morning, Jeffrey Briney. Is Mr. Briney with me? That case has been null pros. Position 4, Naraton Brooks.
Good morning, Judge. That is my case.
Morning, Mr. Gaither.
Let me hold the announcement for Mr. Brooks to the end of the calendar. Let me figure out where he is, Judge.
Okay, I'll hold for your announcement. Good
Okay.
morning, Mr. Gaither.
Thank you. Good morning.
Position number 5, Phil Kane.
Good morning, Judge. That is my case. Mr. Kane has already signed plea paperwork. I expect that to be a negotiated plea this morning. I don't see him on Zoom right now, and I do expect him to appear virtually. If we could just hold so I can get in touch with him.
Okay, good morning, Ms. Rosenhoover. I do have that paperwork and we'll take that plea as soon as we're done with the calendar and Mr. Kane joins us.
Thank you.
Position 6, Raphael Kane.
Good morning, Judge. Frank Gates for Mr. Raphael King. Mr. Raphael King is actually in custody in Dooley State Prison. I have the first page from the Georgia Department of Corrections that I printed yesterday, Your Honor. He's serving time on Fulton County charges actually, and his maximum possible release date is August 17, 2029. So I can.
Okay, will we speak with the state today on this matter?
Talk to the state.
And so that they can decide what they'd like to do.
That's what I'm from that website.
Okay,
And I double checked through just.
I'll get back with you on Mr. Kane's case. Position number 7, Christopher Casey. Christopher Casey.
The state requests a bench warrant.
Bench warrant will be granted if Mr. Casey does not appear by the end of the calendar. Position 8, Roy Chase. Roy Chase. Bench warrant will be granted if Mr. Chase does not appear by the end of the calendar. Position number 9, James Denson. James Denson.
State requests a bench warrant.
Bench warrant will be granted if Mr. Denson does not appear by the end of the calendar. Position 10, Amaya Dider. D-I-D-I-E-R.
State requests a bench warrant.
Warrant will be granted if Ms. Dider does not appear by the end of the calendar. Position 11, Shamari Edwards.
Present, Your Honor.
Yes, good morning, Mr. Edwards. Are you represented by counsel?
I am not. This is my first time actually appearing.
Okay, would you like to make application for a public defender to see if you qualify this morning?
I will, Your Honor. I did put in my information in the chat box.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Edwards. We'll be back with you.
Okay.
Position 12, Deontay Evans. Deontay Evans.
State request a bench warrant.
Bench warrant will be granted if Mr. Evans does not appear by the end of the calendar. Position 13, Travian Feaster.
Tavian Feaster. Yes, sir. Your Honor, I'm here.
Yes, good morning, Mr. Feaster. Let's see, do you have a private attorney representing you?
No, sir, I do not.
Would you like to make application for the public defender this morning?
Um, I would like to speak with the solicitor about the case. I have no idea what's going on my end, my behalf.
Okay, you're fine, Mr. Feaster. Let me just tell you that you've been charged in case 21 CR 004974E with battery substantial physical harm and battery family violence. Each of these charges carries with it a maximum penalty of 12 months in jail and/or $1,000 fine. I'm happy to let you speak with the solicitor this morning, but I want you to know that anything you say can be used against you. In regard to this matter, if you would like for me to see if you do apply for the public defender, I'm happy to do that so that they, if you qualify, can represent you in the matter. So what would you like? What would you like for me to do this morning, Mr. Feaster?
I would like to apply for the public defender.
Okay, very good. So if you'll just hang on for me, we'll have someone get in touch with you. Go ahead and put your information in the chat for me, okay?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, you're welcome. Position 14, Andrew Ferguson.
Yes, sir. That's
Good
me.
morning. Good morning, Your Honor. Mike Hawkins. We filed an additional motion yesterday. It's a case that's more than 4 years old to dismiss based upon constitutional speedy trial. And so we would ask the court to set that and our other motions for the next available pretrial motions hearing date.
Okay, the next motions calendar will be on March 20th at 9 a.m. Does that work for you and your client?
I don't know my schedule then, but yes, that's far out enough. I'm sure we can make that work, Your Honor. And Judge, that will be in person. Is that correct? It's just Mr. Ferguson lives out of state.
Yes, it will be. It's an in-person calendar.
Okay, so let me mark that. March 20th. Was that 9 a.m., Your Honor?
Yes, 9 a.m.
Okay, I have that marked down, and that's all I have. Judge, may Mr. Ferguson, I be excused.
Yes, you all have a good day. Thank you.
You too. Thank you, sir.
Position 15, Alexi Gamble. Alexi Gamble.
Here.
Yes, good morning, Ms. Gamble. Do you have a private attorney representing you in this matter?
No, sir, I don't.
Would you like to make application for the public defender this morning?
Please.
Okay, we'll go ahead and put your information in the chat. We'll have someone get in touch with you, okay? Okay, we'll be with you, Ms. Gamble. Thank you, ma'am. Position 16, Jonah Hardy. Jonah Hardy, Jonna. Hardy.
State request a bench warrant.
Bench warrant will be granted if Ms. Hardy does not appear by the end of the calendar. Position 17, Andrea Harper.
Good morning, Judge. That's going to be my case. Is Ms. Harper present on the Zoom call or in court this morning? Judge, this is going to be a transfer case. Just give me an opportunity by the end of the call of the calendar to see if I can raise Ms. Harper, Judge.
Okay, that's fine, Ms. Helen. I'll come back.
Thank you, Judge.
Position 18, Kari Jackson.
And Judge, I apologize, don't want to interrupt anyone who's going to answer. I do have an announcement that this was a Kenya Bryant case. So for that, that's going to be a conflict case for our office since Ms. Bryant does work for the public defenders.
Okay. Let's see. Is Miss Corey Jackson on the line?
I do not see Ms. Corey. The state will request a bench warrant.
Okay, a bench warrant will be granted if Miss Jackson doesn't appear by the end of the calendar. Position 19, Kelly Johnstone.
Good morning, Judge. That would be my case. It's a transfer. Is Miss Kelly Johnstone, or was it, yeah, Johnstone present on Zoom? All right, court. Your Honor, let me try to figure out where she is with the information that I do.
Okay, I'll help
do
for your
have.
announcement, Mr. Gaither. She's also position 20.
Thank you, Judge.
Position 21, Diamond Jones is, I signed an all pros for that this morning. Is Miss Jones with me?
Yes, I'm here.
Woo!
And it's my understanding the entire case was dismissed. Is that correct?
That is correct, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, Miss Jones, your case has been dismissed. You're free to go this morning.
Okay, so do I need, is it possible I can get like some paperwork regarding it or anything like that?
Yes, ma'am. If you'll call the clerk's office later this afternoon, someone will be able to email you that information, okay?
Okay, thank you guys. Thank you.
You're welcome. And Miss Jones, if you have the ability to place your email address in the chat, I'll see if someone during court today can get you that in all process, okay? Can you do that for me?
Okay, thank you.
Okay, you're welcome, ma'am. Have a good day.
You too.
Position 22, Kiana Lane. Q-U-I-A-N-A Lane.
State request a bench warrant.
Bench warrant will be granted if Ms. Lane does not appear by the end of the calendar. Position 23, Iomi Lewis. Iomi Lewis. Bench warrant will be granted if Ms. Lewis does not appear by the end of the calendar.
Your Honor, a no pros order was filed. I can rescind it if the litigation manager doesn't have it.
Okay, that case has been non-processed or will
Yes.
be non-processed?
Yeah.
Okay,
So Miss Lewis. Who's the litigation? Oh, Mr. Randolph. I'll send it to Mr. Randolph.
position 24, Skyisha McClure. Skyisha McClure.
State request a bench warrant.
Bench warrant will be granted if Ms. McClure does not join us by the end of the calendar. And I have signed an all pros in the Iomi Lewis case.
Oh, thank you.
Position 25, Derikia Minor. Derekia Minor.
State request a bench warrant.
Bench warrant will be granted if Ms. Minor does not join us by the end of the calendar. Position 26, Hector Morales.
Yes, council is present, and as well as Mr. Morales, and I would like to talk to the state.
Okay, yes, good morning, Mr. Wallace. Let's see. Who's handling this case for the state?
That's Ms. Cassadakis will be handling that one, Your Honor.
Okay, Council, I'll place you into a breakout room with Ms. Katsudakis at the end of the calendar call so that you all can discuss, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yeah.
And also, Your Honor, for position 17, I see Andrea Harper on Zoom.
That's correct, Judge. I've reached out to Ms. Harper to give me her information so that I can contact her. I'm just going to announce pre-try for that, Ms. Githy.
Okay.
Position 27, Silka Monroe.
Morning, Your Honor. Lord Bastion from Ms. Monroe.
Morning, Mr. Bastion. Hope you're well.
The pretrial.
Okay, thank you. We'll be with you. Whose case is this? Okay, okay, thank you. Position 28, Mario Neiman. Bench warrant will be granted. Mr. Neiman does not appear by the end of the calendar. Position 29 of Ken, the last name is Ozyurteri.
Good morning, Your Honor, and good morning to the state. My name is Sierra. I'm entering on behalf of Mr. Okan and Attorney Robinson. Last week I'm his office manager. Last week I filed a motion for continuance and then an emergency leave of absence. He had emergency surgery last Wednesday, so he's going to be out. Do you guys see that on your docket?
Yes, I saw you, Your Honor. It's an emergency leave of absence. I saw that, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. So, let's see, I will reset this case, for a further status conference, if that's what you'd like for me to do, Ms. Sierra.
Please, yes.
Okay. Let's see, our next status conference will be March 6th at 9 a.m. Does that work do you believe that'll work for Mr. Robinson's schedule?
Yes, sir, I do. So March 6th.
Yes. And have you been in communication, Ms. Katsudakis, with the attorney?
Yes, I emailed him, Your Honor. I emailed Jamie Robinson.
Okay, and I just want to make sure that Attorney Robinson has everything he needs before the next calendar. So if you will have him reach out to make sure that he has everything that he needs well prior to that date, we'd appreciate it. Okay.
Understood. I do believe that he filed all the motions. I don't anticipate that he's filing anything further. But if we could, what's her name again? I'm sorry.
The last name is Kasidakis. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll respond to her. Okay.
Yes. Very good. Anything
Am I
further?
listening?
Yes. Have a good day. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Position 30, May Prayas, Parayss.
Request bench warrant.
May Paris. Bench warrant will be granted if she does not appear by the end of the calendar. Position 31, Lariana Patterson. Bench warrant will be granted if Ms. Patterson does not appear by the end of the calendar. Position 32, Justin Pearson.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Yes, good morning, Mr. Pearson. Let's see, are you represented by counsel?
No, sir, I'm representing myself.
Would you like to make application for a public defender this morning?
No, sir. I'd like to speak to the solicitor if possible.
Okay, Mr. Pearson, you've been charged in case 20 CR 0000500E with expired or no registration or title, obscured or missing license plate, driving under the influence of alcohol, less safe, operation of a motor vehicle with an expired or no license plate, and driving while your license was suspended or revoked. Each of these charges could carry a maximum penalty of 12 months in jail and/or $1,000 fine. I'm happy to let you speak with the solicitor this morning, but know that anything you say can be used against you. Quite often, defendants, given that you're not an attorney, don't understand that what can be used against you. I'm happy to give you the opportunity to see if you qualify for a public defender. However, if you do not wish for me to do that, I'm happy to just to let you speak with the solicitor. What would you like for me to do?
Good morning, Your Honor. Jageen Pearson here, his father, investigator and employer at the time, back in 2018 when this happened. I've investigated this case, and I think that we won't be giving the prosecutor any information. We'll be asking the prosecutor to dismiss the case for warrant of prosecution.
More than likely, they're not going to dismiss the case. Otherwise, they would have done so by now. I'm not going to speak for the solicitor. I'm happy to do whatever you want for me to do today. I just don't want your son to be in more peril than he already is. I believe that if the solicitor was going to dismiss the case, that they would do so. If you would like to file a motion to dismiss, which you can also do pro se, but again, you may need a lawyer to help you in that regard. I'm happy to give you that opportunity to either hire a lawyer or to meet with the public defender. If you all want to proceed pro se today, I've advised you of all your rights, and I've given you the opportunity to have a lawyer. If you want to do that, I'm happy to let you do it.
Well, Your Honor, we probably need to have the attorney to draft the motion to dismiss the case. Don Samuels is my friend and will be his attorney as well. So, but we thought since it had been so long, over, almost pushing 6 years now, that the prosecutor would have already dismissed this case. I mean, it's frivolous on its face. And we would just ask, if you're going to give us time, then we'll ask Don Samuels to submit a motion to dismiss this case.
Okay, well, that would keep up on the business calendar. And again, this is a 2018 case. We were in the middle of a global pandemic during the time after this matter. I'm not sure if your case will be subject to dismissal or not. I would suggest to you that if you are going to hire an attorney, that you hire an attorney to dispose of the entire case for you, to argue the motions for you, because you will have to argue those motions. You will have to come down here to court in person and argue against the solicitor's office in regards to those motions if the case is not voluntarily dismissed by the solicitor's office. So I say that to say that you should have gone ahead, given the age of the case, and hired an attorney. I'm happy to give you an additional one additional opportunity to hire an attorney. But if you come to me and you have not hired an attorney, we will move forward with either motions. If a motion has not been filed, then the only option I will have would be to place this case on a jury trial calendar. Okay?
Understand, Your Honor.
All right. So so you would like for me to give you the opportunity to speak with to hire counsel? Is that what you're telling me?
Yes, sir.
All right. As such, I'm going to place this case initially on a final plea calendar on February 7th.
Okay.
Your Honor, is it possible we can get all the information from the solicitor to bring to the attorney, or from the state to bring to the attorney, so that he can have everything he needs to review it? Because a lot of the stuff we lost as a result, but the tag and all that stuff is in state custody anyway. But if the prosecutor have some other information that we need, we like to get that and give it to Don Samuel, so he would have an idea of what the prosecutor or the solicitor is backing up whatever these charges are.
I'm happy to give you that information. That's probably why you need an attorney, because you have to properly request that information, Mr. Pearson. So I'm happy to give you her information. And if you'll put your information in the chat for them so that they can get in touch with you at some point. If you all will put your information in the chat also. If you come back on that final plea calendar on February, so just let me tell you this now, Mr. Pearson. If you come back on that final plea calendar on February 7th, you have not hired an attorney, you have not filed any motions, it will go on the next jury trial calendar. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Understand, Your Honor.
All right, very good. So once you get the information, if you'll put your information in the chat, Madam Solicitor, you are free to go once you get that information.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Have a good day. Position 33, Melvin Peaks.
Hi, Your Honor.
Good morning,
I'm here
Judge
today.
Clarence Johnson. Good morning, Judge Clarence Johnson. I would like an opportunity to pre-try the case. However, I'm in Fayette County State Court on another matter. The judge allowed me to come out to make this appearance. So if we could get put on another calendar, since I'm handling another court right now.
Okay. Good morning, Mr. Johnson.
Because I think it's something we can probably work out. Good to see you.
I'm happy to put you on another calendar. What do you know what it is that you need from this solicitor?
Well, we just need an offer because this is an old case that was bound over from another jurisdiction.
Already sent an offer.
We may be able to work it out.
Okay. Ms. Casadakis informs the court that she has submitted an offer. As such, I'll place this case on a final plea calendar, which will be on February 7th at 1:30. Does that work for you?
Sure. It does, Judge. Thank you.
Okay. And if you'll go ahead and make sure that once court is over today, that you have that offer and you communicate with the solicitor's office so that if it is going to be a plea prior to that time, we can get the paperwork in so that we can get you in and out, okay?
Sure, thank you.
All right.
Please be excused.
Yes, see you next time. Thank you.
If you're just coming in, please.
All right, bye.
Thank you, bye.
Not silent, turn them off.
Position 34, Ricky Perry.
Here, Your Honor. How you doing?
Yes, good morning, Mr.
Good
Perry.
morning, Judge. I apologize for interrupting. This is my case. Currently, Judge, I have submitted a mental health evaluation form to the court. I apologize, Judge, my video. I haven't received the signed order back to submit to court services. I did contact the court, I believe Ms. Redden twice, asking where the signed order was for this particular mental health request. So that's the only thing we're waiting on. Once I receive that, I can submit that to court services.
Okay, Ms. Helen, I'm going to place you on the March 6th status calendar at 9 o'clock. Does that work for you and your client?
It does. And well, hold on, Mr. Perry. Mr. Perry filed a motion in August of this year. Mr. Perry would like to know when he can be heard on that motion that he filed August the 14th of 2023, after we have the mental health evaluation, Judge.
Okay, so if I place you on that status calendar on March 6th, depending on the results of the evaluation, then we'll know how to move forward. You good with me, Ms. Helen?
Yes, Judge. Mr. Perry, did you understand that?
So I'm happy to hear you all on that, but I need to find out what the evaluation says prior to making any additional rulings.
I understand, Judge.
Okay.
Yeah, I understand.
Okay. All right. So I'll see you all back on March 6th at 9 a.m. Okay, Mr. Perry?
Is that a virtual hearing or is that in person?
That'll be a virtual hearing if you choose to, Mr. Perry. You can come in to be with me in court if you like, or you can be over Zoom. It's fine with me.
Okay, March 6th, 9 a.m.
You'll get notice, sir.
All right,
Okay.
thank you. All right,
You're
you have
Thank
a
you so much.
Have a good day.
Thank you, Judge.
Position 35, Myron Riggins.
Yes, I'm
Good
here, Your Honor.
morning.
Good morning, Your Honor. This is Attorney Bailey.
Yes, good morning, Mr. Bailey. Let's see, where are we with Mr. Riggins' case?
All right, we received discovery yesterday. I believe that we can, if the case is set out far enough, I believe we can proceed. I have talked to the state. The state has made an offer, but we did receive a discovery yesterday.
Okay. Can I place you on a final plea calendar on February 7th? Does that give you enough time?
I believe that gives me enough time, Your Honor. My client he's out of state. He's in Tennessee.
Okay. So if it will be a plea, Mr. Bailey, I'm happy, given that he lives out of state, to do it over Zoom. But make sure that prior to that time, you get all the paperwork in so we can get you in and out as quickly as possible, okay?
Your Honor, may I respectively ask about the next available court date just in case?
Right. Give me a moment, Mr. Bailey. Clerk's looking it up.
And the only reason for that, Your Honor, is because I just received discovery. I haven't had a chance to look at it. I did talk to the state. They are here. They'll tell you that I just received discovery, Your Honor.
Okay. Is April 3rd a better date?
My client's on Zoom. I can talk. Is that a better date for you, sir?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so we'll put you on a final plea calendar on April 3rd at 1:30. Okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, so I'll make sure you get everything you need before that time. If it is going to be a plea, again, I urge you to go ahead and work with the state to get all the paperwork signed and to me so that we can get you in and out, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, and if nothing further, you all have a good day.
Thank you.
See, position 36, Jasmine Riley. Good morning, Ms. Riley. So do you have private counsel representing you? Would you like to make application for a public defender today? If you're gonna make application for the public defender, I'd rather you do that so that they can speak to them on your behalf if you qualify. And if you don't qualify, then I'll speak with you after that. Okay, is that okay? Yes? Okay, okay, we'll be with you. Thank you, Ms. Riley.
All right.
Hello. Your Honor.
Is someone seeking my attention?
Yes, sir. Justin Pearson, did you say the solicitor was gonna email, once we put the information in the chat, she would send us an email, or he would let us know who they are so that we can give that to the attorney?
Did you place your information in the chat?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. So if you'll chat it straight to Mr. Justin Pearson here. So she is going to email her chat her information directly to you. I see that she's done it. Do you have it?
Yes, sir. I see it. Yes, sir. Sorry about it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Not a problem. Position 37, Marcia Rodriguez.
Yes, Judge, this is Mr. Haddad's case, and he asked me to announce that Miss Rodriguez is about halfway through with the classes she's been taking. She's currently in the diversion program. She does exclusively speak Spanish. I don't know, I didn't check to see if she was on the line, or if we have a Spanish interpreter who
I
could.
believe we do. We have an interpreter.
Good morning, Your Honor. I'm here.
Oh, good morning, Ms. Chancy. Let's see, would you sound for Miss Marcia Rodriguez for me, please?
Yes, sir. La señora Marcia Rodríguez está presente. Marcia
Sí.
Rodríguez, por favor, prenda su cámara y salúdenos para poder verla. I think she is, Your Honor. She answered yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Hola,
He's requesting a mid-January date, or a late January date so that she can continue to take those classes. I believe the February.
Ok, el juez está pidiendo regresar en febrero para que usted pueda continuar esas clases.
de, llevo 13 clases y solo me faltan 11.
I've been to 13 classes and I only have 11 left.
Okay, so I have a final plea calendar in February or a status calendar in March. Which would you think you prefer?
I think the February 7th calendar should be sufficient.
Okay, so Ms. Chancey, let her know that we're gonna reset her till February 7th, final plea calendar at 1:30 to complete those classes.
But you mean 1:30 p.m., sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Señora, le van a dar una nueva cita para el 7 de febrero a la 1:30 de la tarde para que usted pueda completar esas clases.
Ok.
Okay.
Does she have any addition?
¿Quiere hacer alguna pregunta?
No, solo quería decir que no he perdido 2 clases porque por el trabajo, pues, por eso, porque como es 1 hora y media y entonces a veces me han dado permiso y a veces no, pero solo he perdido 2, por eso es que me debería de terminar en enero y por eso no voy a acabar en enero.
I just want to say that I missed 2 classes because the class lasts an hour and a half, and sometimes I haven't had permission at work to do that, and that's why I'm not going to be able to finish in January.
Okay, that's fine. So we'll be happy to see you back in February, Ms. Rodriguez.
Okay, está bien, señora. Con mucho gusto esperamos verla en febrero, entonces, señora Rodríguez.
Ok, muchas gracias. Buen
Thank you
día.
very much, and have a good day.
Thank you. Ms. Chancey, would you sound for me? I'm not sure if we have anyone else that needs an interpreter this morning. Would you see if there is for me?
¿Hay alguien que necesite un intérprete en español para asistirlo a hablar con el señor juez? Por favor, prenda su cámara y avísenos. How about position 1, Your Honor? Aguilar, I had trouble connecting and I missed that.
Okay, Mr. George Aguilar Torres.
Jorge Aguilar Álvarez. Está presente Aguilar Álvarez. Jorge Antonio.
Okay. Who else do I have? It doesn't appear that he's here. Who do I have that in court with me?
Here he comes, John. Come around here. I think his name was on the calendar, but he had 2 summons, so he's supposed to be here.
Okay. He missed his court dates on these cases, so I'm not sure why he's here today. Can we see where he's supposed to be? And if you'll just hold on for me, for just one moment, Ms. Chancey, he has missed his court dates. He's not on my calendar this morning. It does not appear, but we'll see if we can handle him while he's here.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you.
And Judge, before we move on from Ms. Chancey, may Ms. Rodriguez be excused? I see that she's still on the line.
Yes.
Señora Rodríguez. Señora Rodríguez.
She just stepped away, Judge. Apologies.
Señora Rodríguez. There she is. Usted puede retirarse. No le escucho. El micrófono está apagado.
Ok,
Usted
gracias.
puede retirarse, señora. Muchas gracias. Thank you. Your Honor, I just want to let you know that I'll be needed at 10 a.m.
Okay.
His case is closed. It showed that he entered a final disposition enter on 11/13/23 at 9 a.m. with Judge Law. Final disposition entered is closed.
Okay. And was he placed on probation?
Trial day, motions day, the 13th.
It showed dismissal 6/1/23, Judge Law.
So he has nothing further to do on these cases.
But if you want to
So
take him
he'll have-
upstairs to get him some paperwork so that he don't come back if he get another paper. Because it's two, they're sending him stuff. Do you want me to take him up to J-150 to give him the paper so he'll know he won't have to come back? Yes.
I'm happy to have you do that, but I don't know, do we have anyone up there who can communicate with him? So I'm happy to let him go up there, but if nobody can communicate with him once you get there.
Would it be best for him to call back and do the interpreting? They can add an interpreter on the call.
Okay. Mr. Santana Bautista, good morning.
Good morning. Señor
It's-
Santana Bautista, buenos días.
Buenos días. It's my understanding that the cases that I have before me have been already disposed of and dismissed.
Señor, el caso que teníamos a su nombre ya ha sido borrado y desestimado.
Okay.
Esa era mi pregunta porque me están mandando las cartas a otra dirección que donde yo ya no vivo.
Yeah, that was my question because the mail is being sent to another street address where I don't live there any longer.
Okay, so these charges have been dismissed.
Estos cargos han sido desestimados.
Muchas gracias.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
You have any additional questions for me?
No,
¿Quiere
sir.
hacerme alguna no.
I try my English. Thank you so
Sure.
much, Joanna.
You're welcome. Have a good day. sir. Yes. Thank you, Ms. Chancellor. We appreciate your
You're
help.
welcome. Thank you so much, sir.
See you
Bye-bye.
next time. Let's see, position 38, Antonio Ross. Antonio Ross. Bench warrant will be granted if Mr. Ross does not appear by the end of the calendar. Position 39, Johnny Ruff. Yes, good morning, Mr. Ruff. Do you have counsel representing you? Would you like to make application for the public defender today? Okay. Mr. Ruff, you've been charged in case 21 CR 006731E with driving under the influence of alcohol and drugs and possession of an open alcohol container. Each of these charges carries with it a maximum penalty of 12 months in jail and/or $1,000 fine. If you would like to speak with the solicitor today regarding resolution of the matter, I'm happy to give you that opportunity. If you want to see if you could qualify for the public defender, I'm happy to give you that opportunity. What would you like for me to do? Okay, just know that anything that you say can be used against you. Okay, I just want to make sure that I've informed you and that you know from me, okay? So that you are proceeding pro se in the matter and that anything that you say can be used, but I'll give you the opportunity to speak with them at the end of the calendar call, okay? All right, we'll be with you. Thank you, sir. Whose case is position 39? Is that you?
Yes, all of mine, they're all from.
Oh.
It's done with your honor of all mine.
Okay, so you'll be speaking with Mr. Ruff at some point. Thank you. Position 40, Charma Smith. Yes, Mr. Smith. Do you have private counsel representing you? Would you like to make application for the public defender today? Okay, Mr. Smith, you've been charged in case 21 CR 0051005E with terroristic threats. This charge carries with it a maximum penalty of 12 months in jail and or $1,000 fine. What would you like to do this morning? Say it again.
They're here.
Okay, all right. And as I have informed Mr. Smith, I'm giving you the opportunity to make application. If you do not want to make application, just know that anything that you say to the solicitor can be used against you, okay? All right, I'll give you the opportunity. We'll be with you. Thank you, sir.
And I apologize, Judge. I believe a Mr. Quintavious Sims may have appeared in court. He's on the 1:30 calendar, but if the court has an opportunity to hear both of his cases this morning, would we be able to, Judge?
Yes, let me get through the end of the regular calendar, Miss Helen, and remind me at that point. We'll take it up, okay?
Understood.
Thank you. Position 41, Carla Sal. Report will be granted if she does not appear by the end of the calendar. Position 42, Jermaine Stevens.
Here, Your Honor.
Yes, good morning, Mr. Stevens. Are you represented by counsel?
I am, Your Honor.
And is that Russell Burnett? I can't hear you.
He's on mute, Judge.
You're on mute, Mr. Stevens. You're still on mute, Mr. Stevens.
Can you hear me now?
I can. Is Mr. Burnett going to be with us this morning?
No, Your Honor. My new counsel is Terrence Matthews, Your Honor. This should be on right now.
Okay. And tell me who your attorney is.
Terrence Matthews.
There's a conflict letter.
He's upstairs, Judge, in that YSL trial.
Okay. Mr. Stevens, I am going to reset your case to March 6th at a 9 o'clock status calendar, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Great. You're free to go. Have a good day, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor. You too.
Position 53, Aisha Stewart.
Present.
Yes.
Good morning, Your Honor. This is counsel.
Yes, good morning. What's the last name? Is it Miss Lennon?
It is, Judge.
Yes, good morning. Where are we with Miss Stewart's case?
Yes, Your Honor. I have made effort to confirm whether or not Ms. Stewart has been arraigned. I was not able to verify through the clerk's office or through the solicitor's office, so I would like for that determination to be made in order to make the proper announcement.
Do we have any indication that Miss Stewart's been arraigned? And what was the date?
12/6.
Okay, it does not appear so, Ms. Lynn.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor. As such, I have filed a waiver of arraignment as of today, Your Honor. And so we would like to formally waive arraignment, enter into a plea of not guilty, and reserve 10 days for particularized motion.
Okay, would you like me to place you on a status calendar?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, does March 6th work for you and your client?
For now, it does, Judge.
Yeah, yes, Judge.
March 6th, status calendar at 9 a.m.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank
And
you.
that does conclude my business. May I be excused?
Yes, you and Ms. Stewart as well. You all have a good day. Thank you.
Thank you.
Judge. You do the
Bye-bye.
same.
Thank you. Position 44, Patricia Sullivan.
That's a no cost remark.
Okay,
Excuse me, y'all.
give me just one moment, sir.
Mr. Kane, just sit tight. The judge will turn to you soon.
Oh, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I have signed the non-pros for position number 44.
Thank you, Judge.
And the gentleman that was,
That's Mr. Kane, Judge. That's our negotiated plea position number 5.
oh, okay. I'll be with you, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
You're welcome. Position 45, Alejandra Vasquez. Ms. Velasquez with me. Bench warrant will be granted if she does not appear by the end of the calendar.
Hello.
Yes, is this Ms. Velasquez?
Oh, I thought you said Alexi Gamble. I do have a question. Am I supposed to still be on here waiting for a attorney?
I'm not sure who I'm speaking with, ma'am. What's your name?
Judge, I apologize. That's Ms. Gamble. She's requested public defender services. Ms. Gamble, wait to the end of the call of the calendar and one of the public defenders will reach out to you, okay?
Okay.
Thank you, Ms. Helen. Position 46, Douglas Viverito.
Good morning, Your Honor. Pete Gross for the defendant. I recently put in my entry of appearance, demand for discovery, and I also filed a motion to dismiss because I didn't know if the case had been properly accused. I would like to, obviously be able to review the discovery to consider if additional motions need to be filed. And at some point in time, I would like to speak with the state.
Okay, so Mr. Gross, can I have you speak with the state today to make sure that you receive everything that you need? If you wish for me to place you on the next motions calendar, I'm happy to do that once you speak with the state today, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, so if you just hang on for me, we'll place you into a breakout room at the end of the calendar call.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
Is this regarding the Douglas Viverito case, sir?
I'm sorry, I'm not sure who I'm speaking with. Position 47, Terrell Walker. Is Mr. Walker with me? Bench warrant will be granted if Mr. Walker does not appear by the end of the calendar.
Sir, my name is Harish Gangamala, and I came in for State versus Viverito Douglas. Was this already discussed, or
Okay, sir, let me get to the end of the calendar, and for those of you that have entered late, I'll hear you then. But let me get to the people that have been here the entire time. So I'll be back with you, sir.
Oh, I've been here all along, but yeah, thank you. No problem.
Okay. Position 48 and Joni Welch. Yes, good morning, Ms. Welch. Let's see. Do you have a private attorney representing you?
No, I have a.
I gave her an application, Judge, before court
Okay.
started. So if it's up here, we'll go through the application as soon as we can.
All right, thank you, Ms. Welch. We'll be with you. Thank you, ma'am. Position 49, DeAnthony White.
Yes, I'm here, Your Honor.
Yes, good morning, Mr. White. Let's see, do you have a private attorney representing you?
No, sir, but I put my information down in the chat.
Okay, so you'd like to make an application for the public defender today?
Yes, sir.
All right, we'll have someone get with you, Mr. White. Thank you, sir.
Okay, you're welcome.
Position 50, Stephen Williams.
I'm here, Your Honor.
Stephen Williams? Okay. Stephen Anthony Williams. Bench warrant will be granted if Mr. Williams does not appear by the end of the calendar. Mrs. Simone Williams? Okay. Yes, good morning, Ms. Williams. Do you have the private attorney representing you?
No, I don't.
Would you like to make application for the public defender today? Okay, you've been charged in case 21 CR 002583E with criminal trespass and damage to property. This charge carries with it a maximum penalty of 12 months in jail and or $1,000 fine. I'm happy to, as I said, allow you to see if you qualify for the public defender services. If you want to proceed pro se, I'm happy to let you speak with the solicitor this morning, but know that anything that you say can be used against you, okay? What would you like for me to do?
Question, because last time I recall talking about this, the person that this case involves was saying that we were supposed to drop this case.
Apparently, the state has not dismissed the case at the present time. I don't know if there's any indication that the case is going to be dismissed. Given that it's on my calendar, it's an active case at the present time.
Now talk to us, was there?
Okay, we'll give you that opportunity. Thank you, Ms. Williams. Position 52, Courtney Woodard. Courtney Woodard.
Did your question been short?
Bench warrant will be granted if Ms. Woodard does not appear by the end of the calendar. Let me start.
I'm
with,
here, Your Honor.
Good. Yes, good morning, Ms. Woodard. Let's see. Do you have a private counsel representing you?
I do.
Who would that be?
Nefersara Clark.
Okay, I saw Ms. Clark on the line earlier.
Morning, Your Honor. Good morning.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Morning. So we are clearly here for a status conference, Your Honor, but we have requested an offer. So we would just request a pretrial following the call of the calendar. I was told that Ms. Kasadakis, ASG Kasadakis, is the person we should speak with.
Okay. We'll place you into a breakout room with her at the appropriate time so that you can discuss, okay?
Thank
you. All right, thank you. And okay, let's see, let me start. Let me start with people in the courtroom. Did anyone join me late in the courtroom that did not hear their name? If so, stand up for me. Yes, sir.
Mrs. Smith, that's the one she added. That's the one Miss
That's correct, Judge. And since it's so packed in court, again, if that's at the very end of the cases that are handled, I do understand.
So Mr. Sims is on the afternoon calendar?
That's correct, Judge.
Is that going to be it's a final plea calendar? Is that going to be a plea?
That's correct. I've already emailed my non-negotiated plea paperwork to Mr. Randolph and Miss Georgia.
Okay, so I'll take his plea this morning. That's fine since he's here, okay?
I do just want to state it's non-negotiated, so we'll be doing that actively in court. Thank you, Judge.
Okay, all right, so if you'll hang tight for me, Mr. Sims, we'll be with you.
Thank you so much.
Anyone?
I have one more young lady. What's your name? Miss Scott. She's not on the stage.
Okay, I don't have you, Ms. Scott, on my calendar. We'll have someone get with you to see where you're supposed to be this morning, okay? All right, now let me move to the Zoom call. Is there anyone on the Zoom call that joined me late or did not hear their name?
Yes, sir, Phil, okay.
Yes, good morning, Mr. Kane. Let's see. Mr. Gaither, Mr. Kane is on, Phil, I'm sorry. This is Ms. Rosenhuber's case.
Yes, Your Honor.
This is going to be, this will be a plea this morning. So we'll be with you, Mr. Kane. Okay, anyone else on the Zoom call?
Good morning, Your Honor. This is Isaiah Gregory, the attorney for Mr. Aaron Bates. And it appears that Mr. Aaron Bates was present at the call of the calendar, Your Honor.
Okay. Yes, I was holding for your announcement.
Yes, thanks so much, Your Honor. Yes, we had a chance to actually review the discovery in this case, and we did receive an offer yesterday. My client has since rejected the offer and requests that this case be placed on the trial calendar.
Okay, we'll place you on the next available jury trial calendar, which I believe will be in April.
In April?
Yes.
All right, perfect. All right, no
Okay.
further
State
business.
withdraws his offer.
All right, thank you.
Okay. Anything further this morning, Mr. Gregory?
Nothing on behalf of the defense, Your Honor.
All right, so you and your client are excused. Have a good day. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Mr. Honor.
Okay, let's see. Anyone else on the Zoom call that did not hear their name or joined me late?
My name is Harish Gangamala.
Can you
Harish
spell
Gangamala.
the last name for me, sir?
Gangumalla. State versus Douglas Viverto.
Position 46, Your Honor.
Okay. Yes, sir. It's my understanding that the solicitor's office is going to reach out to you, okay? So if you'll put your information in the chat, I'll have someone from the solicitor's office reach out to you.
Okay, thank you, sir.
All right. Anyone else? Okay, so if you are in court with me or if you're on the Zoom call and you are a defendant waiting to speak with a public defender, please be patient. We only have a number of public defenders. Someone will speak with you before the end of the court session. So if you'll be patient with the court, someone will be with you. Let me start with attorneys that need a breakout room. The first, I believe that I have, Ms. So you're working with someone? Yes, go ahead and talk with counsel. Is there anyone that's able to help you with your cases this morning? Okay, so I have attorneys that need to be spoken with. Position number 26, Attorney Wallace. Position number 46, and position number 52. Okay, so Ms. Walter, would you like to go into a breakout room with position 26 first, Mr. Wallace?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we'll have someone send it to you.
Sir, my name is Harish Gangamala. I have a question. Can I drop off or should I stay in the Zoom session?
If you would like to speak with a solicitor this morning in regards to, it's my understanding that you're the victim in the case. If you want to speak to the solicitor, you're gonna have to hang on for me. If you cannot hang on and want to speak with the solicitor at a later time, we'll have someone call you.
I can hang on. Thank you. I'll stay.
Okay. All right. So someone will, and do we have, someone will be with you, sir.
He's a regular.
So Attorney Wallace will be first in line as soon as council gets on the Zoom call, and I'll place you into a breakout room. And
Yes.
other attorneys that are waiting to speak with the solicitor, again, if you can be patient with the court, they'll get with you as soon as they can.
49.
Excuse me, Your Honor. Is it possible that I can be seen? I'm supposed to take my state boards test today at 11:30, so I have to leave to go to school.
Okay, we'll have someone speak with you as soon as we can, ma'am. Okay, yes, that's fine. Okay, so Ms. Rosenhuber, are we ready? Everybody's taken up, so we will be in recess until a solicitor comes back. If I can have the public defenders go ahead and start speaking with the people to see if they qualify.
Sure, Judge. And this is Ms. Githiea's case, so I'm not sure. I missed the part.
Ms. Githia, are you with anyone at the present time?
I am not, Your Honor.
Okay, so let me go ahead and take is it Mr. Kane?
It is Mr. Kane, Judge.
Let me go ahead and take Mr. Kane's plea.
Great.
Mr. Kane, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Can you raise your right hand for me? Can you raise your right hand for me, Mr. Kane? Do you swear affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
And you can place your hand down. Thank you, sir. Let's get the here.
Yes, Your Honor. For criminal trespass, the state's offer is 12 months probation to do 100 hours of community service, and the balance will be suspended upon completion. Does the defense stipulate to the facts, venue, and ID?
Yes, we do.
That's all I have, Your Honor.
Okay, Ms. Rosenhuber?
And Judge, we would just ask that the court accepts the negotiated agreement. Mr. Kane is currently unemployed and is trying to get back on his feet. If the court would be willing to waive the first month of probation fees, he would greatly appreciate it. Otherwise, we would ask the court to accept the agreement as is.
Okay. Mr. Kane, it's my understanding that in case 20 CR 004549C, you wish to plead guilty to criminal trespass, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Were you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
No, sir.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with her representation?
Yes, sir.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on this charge, and that by pleading guilty to it, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
Yes, sir.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No, sir.
I'll accept the plea as negotiated. Mr. Kane, I will waive the first month of probation fees to help you get and stay on your feet. And when you complete the 100 hours of community service, the probation will terminate. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
We'll give you where you need to go for probation. We'll get that to Ms. Rosenhuber. I just ask that you report within the next 2 weeks, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. Good luck to you.
Judge, I did
Thank
send him the QR code that you all are using right now. What should he go ahead and fill that out at this time? Okay, Mr. Kane, did you hear that?
No, ma'am. Can you repeat that?
Sure, that QR code that I emailed you along with the plea paperwork, just go
Yes.
ahead and link to that and fill out all of your probation information, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Okay. And let's see, Ms. Waldrop needs to be placed into the breakout room with Attorney Wallace.
It's been done, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it. Who is handling, Ms. Githia, are you handling the Sims case on the afternoon calendar?
That's Ms. Cassadakis, Your Honor.
Okay, so I'll have to hold for that one. Thank you. Okay, the court will be on recess until one of the attorneys returns. Okay.
Oh, let me turn my camera on as well. The first one is position 48. How you pronounce your first name? Anjanae? I was, okay, Anjanae. Okay. Miss Anjanae Welch, she did qualify for our services. I will represent her. It looks like the prosecutors are tied up, so I just asked if we could place this on another status calendar. Give me a chance to file what I need to file, and then hopefully we may be able to work this case out.
Okay, the March 6th status calendar at 9 a.m.
That'll work.
Okay, do you have everything you need from Ms. Welch?
Ms. Welch, is your email address?
Yes,
Come here.
first name dot last name
Got you. At Yahoo.
at Yahoo.
Yes, okay. First name, got it.
Yes.
Okay.
Wait a minute, wait.
You got the appointment?
March 6th, right? What's the time?
9 a.m.
9 a.m.
And I'll, yes, this courtroom, but I'll send you an email, my information.
Thank you so
Okay,
much.
all right, take care.
Okay, we'll see you. Have a good day.
The next announcement, Judge, is position, is, where'd he go? Mr. Edwards, he's on Zoom, position 11.
Okay.
Mr. Edwards, Mr. Edwards, I think you're frozen.
Yeah, I'm here.
You there? Okay, all right. He qualified for our service as well, Judge, so I want to make the same announcement. Just if we can get placed on the next status calendar, give me a chance to file my entry and go through the discovery. I don't have anything right now.
Okay. The March 6th status at 9 a.m.
That will work. And Mr. Edwards, yeah, you put your email in the chat, so I have it. So and I have your phone number, so Mr. Edwards, I'll be in touch with you, okay?
All right, great deal.
That's
Okay.
all I have for him, Judge.
All right, we'll see you back in March, Mr. Edwards. Have a good day.
Thank you, Your Honor. You as well, too.
Thank you.
And that's all the announcements I have at this time, Judge. I'm gonna continue to making phone calls.
Okay. Mr. Wallace, do you have an announcement?
Yes, I spoke to the state and we would like to be put on a final plea calendar with reserving a right to go to trial.
Okay, so we'll place you on the February 7th final
could
plea
be-
count.
Could that be in April? We have to review discovery. We
Yes,
have not
Judge.
received video.
What
That
is-
is correct, Judge. We've requested the video, and so we were hoping for maybe a little bit later of a final plea date.
Okay. Give me a moment. April 3rd work.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so we'll place you on the final plea calendar on April 3rd at 1:30. If it will be a plea, if you have your paperwork into the court prior to that date, I'm happy for it to be over Zoom. If you do not have the paperwork to the court before that date, you have to come in, you and your client in person. And if you don't work it out, then we'll place you on the next available jury trial calendar, okay?
Okay, thank you, Your Honor. My client excused.
Yes, have a good rest of your day.
You as well.
Thank you. Ms. Waldrop,
Yes, Judge.
I think the next one in line, I don't know if you've gone with, is position number 46.
Okay.
And that's with Attorney Gross. So,
Okay.
yes, so if we can place Ms. Waldrop and Attorney Gross into a breakout room, please. Yes, Mr. Randolph.
What position was that? Putting on that paper?
26. Mhm. Okay, the court will, and whenever.
It's been done, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Glanville. Court will be in recess until there are further.
May I make a brief announcement, Judge?
Yes.
Position number 36, Miss Jasmine Riley, she does qualify for our services. I intend to file an entry of appearance and request discovery. If we could please have the March 6th status calendar.
All right, position number 36, Ms. Riley, March 6th, status calendar at 9 a.m. Do you have everything that you need from Ms. Riley?
I do, Your Honor.
Okay, you're free to go, Ms. Riley. We'll see you back in March, okay? All right, thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Oh. Okay, okay, I'll tell her. Okay, okay. You want to go to the announcement whenever you're ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Position 27, we request that the final leave calendar. This is Attorney Bill recommendation.
We need restitution amounts and things like that, and I'll get it in some class. Hopefully it'll go away next time.
Okay, that's fine.
Where is
Can,
she? She's not in here. Where is she?
Oh,
Okay, she need to be in the what you said. Thank you.
I'm sorry.
you're fine. Okay, let's see. So, February 7th, final plea calendar. Does that work? Yes.
Yes.
Okay. February 7th, final plea. And that's at 1:30. Okay.
Nice seeing you.
Always. Have a good day.
Yeah.
Okay, we will hold for further announcements.
Hello, Miss Helen. Can you please text me?
Hi, who was that speaking?
Andrea.
Oh, Miss Harper, I thought, oh, okay, you want me to chat you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, hold on for me. Thank you so much. And Judge, I didn't want to interrupt, but I tried to call position 11, Shomari Edwards. It's going to voicemail. So Mr. Edwards, you've requested the services of the Public Defender's Office?
Miss Helen, I already got him. I
Oh,
represent
okay,
him.
that's why.
Yeah, I represent him. He's been released.
Oh, okay. I have well, I apologize, Judge. Let me tighten up a little bit here. I have speaking to position 13, Mr. Feaster, who does qualify, Judge. So I will be representing him.
Okay.
And Mr. Feaster appeared on Zoom, Judge. Judge, because of just the nature of the charge, I just would like a February date just to make sure the state can get me the discovery for this case. But a final plea would be fine in February.
Okay, so the final plea calendar on February 7th, does that work, Ms. Helen?
Yes, Judge.
And that's at 1:30. Mr. Feaster, are you on with us?
Yes, sir, I am.
Okay, so Ms. Helen's going to represent you, so I'll see you back on February 7th, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, have a good rest of your day, sir.
Yes, sir, you too.
And I apologize, Judge. I just wanted to check, has Miss Alexi Gamble been contacted? Because I can contact her now.
I'm here on here. You said you're trying to contact me?
Yes. Oh, well, you didn't put your cell phone number in the chat. Could you give it to me now?
Yeah, it's 470-479-0893.
And Judge, I'll be giving her a call. My next position is Miss Andrea Harper. I just need to find out which ASG is on that case. I just need to relay the current plea offer to Miss Harper.
That is me. I emailed you.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much. I just haven't had a chance to check. Thank you, Judge. Those are my announcements for those cases.
Okay.
Judge, one question. Is Mr. Harish still on? Can you let him know that I'm giving him a call? He's not answering.
Mr. Harish?
I texted a different number. Can you, I'll text a different number again. Can you have her call me at this number, please?
He says he texted another number.
Okay.
Did you? Okay.
Can you tell him to put it in the chat?
It's in the chat. He just put it in the chat. Okay. Yes.
Time, for position 39, Mr. Rock would like to hire an attorney.
Okay,
Mr. Ross, stand up, come right here to the front. Just stay right there at the opening. Uh-huh.
okay, yes, Mr. Ruff, I will give you until, March, 6th. I'll place you on the March 6th status calendar at 9 a.m. So that should give you, if you're gonna hire an attorney, go ahead and, okay, go ahead and get it done as soon as possible so that they can, okay. All right, so I'll see you back on March 6th, okay? You'll get notice. Okay, have a good day, sir.
No.
And I apologize, Judge. I hope I'm not interrupting, but Ms. Harper doesn't have a phone. Could I have a breakout section on Zoom with just her and I?
Yes, that's fine. Where's Miss Harper?
On Zoom, Judge.
I'm here.
Okay, can you activate your camera for me, Miss Harper?
Yes, sir. Hold on.
Okay,
I'm sorry, I was at work.
no, you're
Hello?
fine. Okay, so, Ms. Harper, I'm gonna place you into a
Yes.
breakout room with Miss Helen, okay? So
Okay.
can we, place Miss Helen and Miss Harper into a breakout room, please?
Okay. This is Sam. Tell him you can't talk on his phone here. Say your friend. What? Get it.
Okay, I'm ready, Ms. Rosenhuber.
For position number 49, Mr. DeAnthony White, he does qualify for our services. I intend to file an entry of appearance in this case and request discovery. If we could please have the March 6th court date for a status.
Yeah, great. It's about to call him next.
Okay, so for position number 49, the Anthony White, March 6, 9 a.m. status calendar.
That'd be great. Thank
Do
you.
you have everything that you need from Mr. White?
I do.
And is he on the Zoom call?
I do see him on the Zoom call, Judge. His video is off.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm here, Your Honor.
Okay, yes, Mr. White, we'll reset your case to March 6th. I'll see you back then, okay?
Okay, will there be a in-person on calendar, in-person courtroom?
Either in person or on Zoom as you are today, whichever you prefer, sir.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Have a good day, Mr. White.
All right, you do the same.
Thank you.
Mm.
And you already announced on, did you get status calendars for your two new ones already? Okay,
Yep, I've already announced them. They've been released.
awesome.
This, yeah, I need to go.
Okay.
Hello, Judge. I was informed that I had court this morning.
Yes, good morning, Mr. Denson. We do have you down as supposed to be in court this morning, on charges. Do you have a private attorney representing you in this matter, sir?
No, I would like to get us application to sign up for a public defender, please.
Okay, has he started that process, Ms. Rosenhuber?
Not to my knowledge, Judge, but
Okay, I didn't know if you all had spoken with him. Okay, if you put your contact information in the chat, Mr. Denson, I'll have someone get in touch with you, okay?
Okay, I will, and I'm so sorry about not showing up on time as well.
Okay, I'm just glad to have you here, Mr. Denson. I wouldn't want to put a bench warrant out for you.
Yes, I sent over that information.
Okay, someone will contact you, Mr. Denson. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
So just hold on for me. Are you on your phone?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm not sure if you may have to get off the phone while you're talking with, do we know who's going to speak with Mr. Denson?
I'm going to email him an application right now, Your Honor. This is Frank Gaither, Mr. Denson. I'm going to email you an application. Okay, thank you so much.
An announcement, Mr. Gross?
Yes, Your Honor, I've spoken to the solicitor, and I believe we would request time for me to review the discovery and for this case to be placed on the April 3rd final plea calendar at 1:30.
Okay. Okay, and if this will be a plea, if you'll have your paperwork in prior to that date, I don't mind you being over Zoom. If you don't have your paperwork before that date, I'll need for you to be in person with me, okay?
Okay, no problem. I'll have that done by the end of today. Well, as soon as I end the call.
No, Mr. Denson, I'm not speaking with you, sir. Hold on. Okay, no, I need for you, Mr. Denson, to complete your paperwork today, okay?
Yes, I am.
Okay, I'm sorry, Mr. Gross. Did you understand the court's request?
Yes, I did, Your Honor. I'll it gives us the opportunity to speak with my client, try to negotiate something with the state. Either we'll enter in a plea that day or request the appropriate trial. Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, all right, very good. If nothing more, I'll see you back in April.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right.
Doug, I'll call you.
Okay. And I received that email already.
Okay, so you go ahead and fill that out, Mr. Denson. Y'all have, counsel, you and your client have a good day. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you so much. Have a good day.
Okay, no, not you, Mr. Denson.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Okay, we have about 20 people on the Zoom call, okay?
Okay, yeah. This is my first time on Zoom.
Okay. Let's see, Ms. Waldron?
Yes, Judge.
If you are, we still have position number 52 for you to speak with, if you would. Attorney Clark Miller? Are you able to do that now?
Good,
Yes,
I'm
still here, Your Honor, waiting to speak with her.
Yes, Judge, and if you'll just give me a second, I just want to let Mr. Harish know that that next court date is going to be April 3rd at 1:30. If he's still here.
Thank you, madam. I'm
Okay.
still there.
Okay,
I noted.
all right, and if you could have those quotes to us by then, or before then would be great, so that I can share them with Attorney Gross.
Sure, I'll do that. Thank you, madam.
Thank you.
Know or remember which cases. you
Okay,
picked up on
so
the
now could we go ahead and place Attorney Clark Miller into the breakout room with Ms. Waldrop, please?
Thank you, Judge.
I'm trying to call the bench warrant.
Did you say Ms. Clark, Your Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Evans is a bench warrant. If I get in touch with him, telling him to get on Zoom, I'm sitting up
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
So he should be.
Okay.
Who is that?
Is Mr. Evans here? Devonta Evans? Devonta Evans.
He's at DA1.
Can you hear me, Mr. Evans? We can't hear you, sir.
You may need to connect to audio. If you need to sign out and sign back in and check yes, you want to connect to audio. That could if he can't hear me, then.
Okay. Mr. Evans, can you hear us? Check your head if you can hear us. Okay, so you may need to log out and log back in and connect to audio when you log back in, okay? Okay, so we'll wait for you to do that.
He already has. He just doing a final plea. That's Mrs. Helen's case.
So I'm not gonna talk down.
No, you don't need to talk to him.
Judge Morrow, Mr. Evans has joined the Zoom and the sound is working.
Thank you. Yes, Mr. Evans, let's see. Do you have a private attorney representing you in this matter?
No, I don't.
Would
I'm not informed of this matter.
Okay, Mr. Evans, you've been charged in case 21 CR 007850E with theft by taking. This charge carries with it a maximum penalty of 12 months in jail and or $1,000 fine. The offense date was February 28th. Alleged offense date was February 28th of 2021. If you would like to make application for a public defender to assist you with this, I'm happy to give you that opportunity this morning.
Oh, Okay, and that's fine. And I have a question as well. How am I able to even receive a theft by taking if I've never been arrested or issued a ticket or anything?
That's something that a public defender may be able to help you with, Mr. Evans, if you qualify for their services.
Okay.
Okay, would you like to do that?
Um, yes, please, or
Okay, so
hire, or can I hire my own attorney?
I'm happy to give you that opportunity also, but we have public defenders here that if you qualify, they will assist you.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, so if you'll go ahead and put your contact information in the chat, we will have someone get in touch with you, okay?
Okay, yes.
Mr. Evans, this is Frank Gay from the Public Defender's Office. If you could put your email address in the chat, then I can email you a fillable application, okay?
Okay.
Right.
Can you also let them know, because these are just phone calls I'm making, if they have not updated their address, they may not have gotten the notice, but if they can come down here or give us an updated address, we can update it so they can get the notices, so they'll be informed.
Absolutely.
Thank you, sir.
Well done.
All right, there you go. So you'll get an application, Mr. Evans.
Okay. Does it anything else I need to do? Like,
No, you need
Just
to,
hang tight.
you need to
Yeah,
stay on
don't
the
go
line
anywhere.
until I dismiss you, okay?
yes, sir.
Thank you.
Put yourself on mute.
guilty of the charge which has been read to you, which is one count of terrorist.
Mr. Evans, you probably can't hear anything because the court is in recess right this moment. So once you get your application filled out, someone will be with you, okay? So you just hang on.
Okay, so I can go to my email while you guys are on Zoom. It won't log me out.
I'm not sure if it will or not, but I know you're here. So if you want to go and go to the email, and if it does log you out, then once you complete it, just log back in, okay?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Understand that by entering a plea of guilty, you're given a
accusation 21 CR 002583E. You wish to plead guilty to criminal trespass and damage to property. Is that correct?
I was hoping there was something else I could plead. That address is my address. That's my house. So I technically wasn't trespassing. I lived there. He was at my house. But that's nothing else was given to me. So I guess.
Okay. If I understand, or if you are not guilty of this charge, then I'm not going to accept a guilty plea from you. So it sounds to me that, and then you've been speaking with the solicitor. I've given you the opportunity at least to speak with the public defender, but I can't accept I can't accept the guilty plea from me when you tell me you're not guilty.
I'm guilty upon the oil or the chocolate, but not at trespassing. That was my house.
Okay, well, again, I cannot explain the charge to you. I would be happy to give you the opportunity to have someone explain the charge to you. And
Your Honor, when she allegedly poured the oil and chocolate on the defendant's car, that's one charge. It's trespass to property and damage to property. It's just one charge.
Okay, Your Honor, you could do guilty.
Trespassing on his property, that's his car, the defendant's car.
okay, and so, and you do admit that it was not your vehicle, but Mr. Derek Baker's vehicle.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and so it is my understanding that you wish to plead guilty to the charge of criminal trespass and damage to property.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
No, sir.
You've been given the opportunity to be represented by counsel. It's my understanding that you wish to proceed pro se today. Is that correct? Without the advice of counsel? Is that right?
Yes, sir.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on this charge, and that by pleading guilty to it, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
Yes, sir.
Have you had the opportunity to go through the plea sheet?
The second sheet?
The sheet that you signed and
Yes.
circled the answers, and you
Yes, sir.
went through that sheet line by line?
Yes, sir.
Has anybody forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No, sir.
I'll accept the plea as negotiated. Let's see, 5 anger management classes. As soon as you complete the classes, the probation will terminate. So the sooner you get that done, the sooner you won't be on probation.
Yes,
Okay?
sir.
So if you go ahead and get that done, it will terminate. We'll give you where you need to report to probation. I ask that you do that within the next 2 weeks or so, okay?
Yes, sir. Okay, so I'm required to report to someone named Bruce Romanoff. Is that who I'm reporting to when you say probation? Or will that terminate once I'm done with my classes?
So are you on pretrial release? Did you get a bond through pretrial?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I have to report to him every month
Okay,
about.
so just let him know that you've entered a plea of guilty. The probation department is different than the pretrial services department, okay?
Okay.
So we'll give you where you need to report to probation, get that done, like I said, within the next 2 weeks. But if you get it done quickly, you can take the, you're not gonna be on probation, okay?
Okay, and then will this case be dismissed after that?
No, ma'am, the case, you pled guilty to the case, which means that you're going to have on your criminal history a
Oh,
guilty
okay.
plea to that charge.
Okay, I'm saying like, what I mean by that is I won't have to keep coming to court no more after this.
No,
right?
no,
Okay.
you'll be done with court after the day unless you don't do the anger
Alright.
management, then they're gonna have you back here to tell the court why.
Okay.
But just go ahead and get it done and you'll be done, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right, you're welcome.
And this. Okay.
Come on, Mrs.
Mr. Murphy,
I have the paperwork on the matter yesterday.
okay, thank you.
Yeah, I know that out. You should know. Thank you, Judge.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Murphy. Good to see you.
Okay.
Yeah, Lord. Thank you. So sweet.
Mr. Smith?
Yes, sir.
Yes, good morning again, Mr.
How you
Smith.
doing?
I'm doing fine. Can you raise your right hand for me, sir? Do you swear affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
And you can put your hand down.
Yes, Your Honor. The state expects the evidence to show that on or about September 26, 2021, the defendant threatened to commit a crime of violence for the purpose of terrorizing Vicky Smith in violation of WGA 16-3-37M. The state's recommendation, Your Honor, for this case is 12 months probation, credit for time served 4 days, 4 anger management classes, no violent contact with Vicky Smith, Vicky Smith, and balance can be suspended upon completion of terms.
Is that your understanding of negotiation?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Smith, it's my understanding that in case 21 CR 005105E, you wish to plead guilty to terroristic threats. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol at this
No,
point?
sir.
You've been given the opportunity to be represented by counsel. It's my understanding that you wish to proceed pro se without the advice of counsel. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on this charge, and that by pleading guilty to it, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
Yes, sir.
Did you have the opportunity to go through the plea sheet in this matter?
Yes, sir.
Did you go through that sheet line by line?
Yes, sir.
Is this your signature at the bottom of that sheet?
Yes, sir.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No, sir.
I'll accept the plea as negotiated. Mr. Smith, let's see, as soon as you get the 4 weeks of anger management done, you'll no longer be on probation. It will terminate. So the sooner you get that done, the sooner that you won't have to pay those probation fees, okay?
Yes, sir.
We will give you where you need to report to probation today. I ask that you do that within the next 2 weeks or so, okay?
Yes, sir.
Any questions, please?
No, sir.
All right, so we'll give you that probation information, and then you're free to go. Good luck to you, sir.
Yes, sir.
And I apologize, Judge, not to interrupt. I do have some announcements whenever the court's ready.
Okay, give me just 1 second, Miss Helen. Okay, I'm ready, Miss Helen.
Yes, Judge, I have spoken to Miss Gamble. I do believe she wants to accept the plea. I want to go negotiated. The only thing we're not agreeing on is the balance suspended or probated, Judge, but that is going to be a plea this morning. If I
Okay, Miss Gamble's position number 15.
correct, Judge.
You working with Miss Githier on that?
Yana, did you get the email? I responded to your email.
I did. If I could, I'll respond back, Ms. Githier, because I think it's going to be a plea. I just want to make sure that the terms on it align with Ms. Gamble. So I'll just follow up on that email for position 15, Judge. But if the court is ready to take Mr. Sims from the 1:30 calendar.
Okay, well, for Mr. Sims, all I have is the plea sheet. I don't have any other paperwork on that. I see that he has 2 charges, but I don't know what he's pleading guilty to.
Understood, Judge. I can get you the cover sheets.
Okay, if you'll do that for me.
Thank you, Judge.
And I'll be happy to go forward with that plea. And is Miss Attorney Clark Miller with me? Is there an announcement on that case?
Good morning again, Your Honor. Let me reach back out to my client. I know that she wanted to speak with her mom and give me a call back. The offer has been relayed. I've spoke with my client about it.
Okay.
And we might be resolving it. So if I could just have about 30 seconds.
Okay, no, take your time. I just want to make sure that you knew that that I'm ready for you whenever you're ready for the court. But
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right.
Thank you.
Just let me know when you're ready. Okay. I don't know. That, yes.
Okay.
Position 12 when the court is ready.
Okay, I'm ready.
Position 12, Deonta Evans, he's on the Zoom. There he is. He qualifies. I will represent him. So I'm asking that his case gets placed on the next status calendar so I can file at least an entry, get the state discovery shared with him, talk to him.
The March sixth status at 9 a.m.
That will work. And I have all the information I need from Mr. Evans, his email address, phone number. So I'll be in touch with you, Mr. Evans. I don't need him any further, Judge.
Okay, did you hear that, Mr. Evans?
Yes, I did.
Okay, so you'll be in touch. Mr. Gaither will be in touch with you. I'll see you back on March 6th, okay?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good day. And we're still waiting on position number 9, Mr. Gaither.
Ms. Rosa Liberty just stepped out to speak on.
Okay, very good.
I might come back there.
Yeah. Steve, I just got your listen scenes.
And I apologize, Judge. I just sent the email to Mr. Randolph with a couple letters for Mr. Sims.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Helen. Thank you. Let me see. Ms. Helen?
Yes, Judge.
Okay, so I have the completed paperwork for the carrying a concealed weapon. I have the cover page that you just sent for the obstruction. Is there a plea sheet for the obstruction, or these all going to be in the same one?
I apologize, Judge. I thought my original email had both plea sheets. Give me 1 second. I'll send that.
Okay. Same. Yeah, that's a duplicate.
Yes, Judge. In the email that I sent Mr. Randolph this morning, it has the plea sheets for both cases 106F and then 567F for Mr. Sims.
Ms. Randolph, if you'll just check. I'm ready, Ms. Rosenberg.
For position number 9, Mr. James Denson, he does qualify for our services. I'll be filing an entry of appearance and requesting the March 6th status calendar, please.
Okay, so for position number 9, James Denson, we reset to the March 6th, 9 a.m. status calendar. Do you have everything that you need from Mr. Denson?
I do, Your Honor.
Are you with me, Mr. Denson?
Yes, I'm here. Yes, I'm here.
All right, so you'll be hearing from Ms. Rosenhoover, and I'll see you back on March 6th, okay?
Okay.
All right, you have a good day, sir.
Okay, you do as well. Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
Damn. Damn.
Ms. Helen,
Yes, Judge.
would you mind resending that information?
To Mr. Randolph?
Yes, please.
Yes, Judge.
And I just need well, just send them both, just to make sure.
Your Honor, if I could interrupt quickly, this is Nefertari Clark. Who do
Yes.
we contact for the plea paperwork, or how do we do that? Because we just agreed on a plea, but we need the paperwork.
Okay, the solicitor's office will send that to you. Can you email that to her? They'll email it to you.
Oh, there she is right there.
Oh,
There she is. Okay.
I just put my email in the chat. Thank you.
okay. Yeah. They'll do it now.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay.
So take it.
Ms. Helen,
Yes, Judge.
what I'm missing is the plea sheet for the obstruction charge. That's all I need.
Understood, Judge.
Okay.
Either one is fine, either, I think.
I've resent those. Mr. Randolph, let me know if you've gotten those.
Okay, tell her, yes, yes, obviously, my printer's acting.
And I also left the signature line blank because Mr. Sims is in person. I'd like him to sign.
Okay.
Call Kenny and he had to reset and they let us print some more.
I was gonna say, it's a new front of the other one, you had to hit it. Yeah. Yeah, that's a new one.
I'm gonna try to email it to you, would that be okay?
I'm still gonna have to have a printed copy.
That's fine.
Judge, are you presiding on any of the calendars next week?
I'm not sure.
They've got a plea that will not be a bench trial if you wanted to hear it, but if it's not you, then.
No. Let me check real quick.
And Judge, I apologize. I may have some announcements. For position 15, I think we're just waiting for the court to get the DocuSign that I completed.
Okay.
And then for position 17, I apologize, Judge. I just realized Ms. Harper is still on the call. She's position 17. This is I apologize, Judge. It's a diversion offer. Ms. Harper would like to continue accepting the diversion offer. We are just asking for that case to be put on a compliance calendar. Ms. Harper needed time to pay the $250 administrative fee as well as the separate fees for the class.
Okay, is Ms. Harper with us?
She's on Zoom, Your Honor.
I'm here.
All right, so can she get that done by March 6th? Ms. Helen?
Ms. Harper, I have asked the judge to give you to March 6th to complete the conditions for diversion. That's enough time, right?
Yes.
Yes, Judge, that March date will work.
Okay, so Ms. Harper will reset you to March 6th status calendar at 9 a.m., okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'll see you back in March.
Miss Helen, did you ask him about the I'm leaving the state?
We will do that once we resolve your case, okay? Because I'm going to give the state all the information going on with you, okay, Ms. Harper?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a nice day.
You too. And I apologize, Judge.
Rosen.
And I don't know if we did handle it. I just want to make sure it's on my notes. Position 21, Miss Diamond Jones. She did put her information in the chat, but Judge, I believe this is a conflict counsel attorney case. And
that case was not crossed, Ms. Helen.
Oh, okay, never mind. I didn't. Thanks.
Okay, let's see. Let me go ahead and take Mr. Sims. And while he's doing that, what is not negotiated in Mr. Sims's case?
Judge, the jail time for case number 20CR005106F is not agreed upon, but in case 22CR004567F for the obstruction, there's nothing. We don't agree with that, Judge.
Okay, so let me just see. 5, 6.
And I apologize, on the 1:30 p.m. Calendar, that's positions 10 and 11.
Okay, so what I have for the carrying concealed weapon 5106. That's on the sheet is 12 months probation, time served, credit for time served 18 days, balance probated, 12 anger management classes, 40 hours of community service, no guns, drugs, weapons, while on probation.
That's what I would like to agree to.
Oh, okay, so that's not the state's.
No, Judge. The state is
so
seeking a full year.
Normally, when under the, do you understand that the state has promised to recommend the sentence? That's the sentence that's recommended, not the sentence that's wanted, right?
Understood, Judge.
Okay.
Your Honor, does the defense stipulate to venue factual basis and ID?
No, we're not going to do that because this is non-negotiated. So first, what I would like is Mr. Sims's criminal history.
And Your Honor, the state would respectfully request that the following sentence.
I apologize, Judge. Don't want to cut her off. Can we turn the mic on at the table so we can hear?
Your Honor, the state would respectfully request that the following sentence be considered for the case ending in 106F, carrying concealed weapons and theft of services. The state would be requesting a 12 months straight in jail for that, and consecutive with 12 months in jail for the theft of services.
And for the case number ending in 567F, obstruction of police enforcement officers, 12 months probation, $300 fine, consecutive. Your Honor, you said you wanted the criminal history?
Okay, yes, I do, but okay.
Whenever you're ready, Your Honor.
I'm ready.
Okay. Cycle 1, theft by taking, 2020, year 2017, time expired. Cycle 2, burglary in the second degree, year 2017. Cycle 3, driving without a valid license, guilty.
What year was that?
That was 2018. Cycle 4, carrying weapon without a valid license, first offense, 2020. So that's this one, Your Honor. Cycle 5, driving without a license, time expired. Cycle 6, theft by possession of stolen mail. Printing, executing, negotiating checks, draft, etc. That one's a felony. Possession of a firearm or knife in commission or an attempt to commit certain felonies. Possession of.
What year is that? I don't want to stop her, but what year are these?
2022. Possession of a firearm, where we said that. Let's see. Possession, manufacture, distribution of marijuana. Identity theft, fraud. Cycle 7, obstruction, driving while license suspended. Cycle 8, failure to appear for fingerprints. Cycle 9, failure to appear for fingerprints. Let me see. And is there another criminal history here too? Is this a second criminal history?
It's probably just a duplicate.
A duplicate, okay. I believe that's all, Your Honor. Yeah, it's a duplicate, okay.
No, I need for you to keep that on. I need to know what the convictions are and what year the convictions are, please.
For concealed weapons, on or about October 9th, 2020, the defendant did have on or about his or her person a gun that was not carried in an open and full exposed manner.
I apologize, Judge. Miss Georgia, I thought we were getting more of his criminal history, the year of the convictions and what they were.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. The first one, time expired. The second one.
Ms. Helen, is this still your client that's on with us? And does she need something more from the court?
iPhone. You're referring to iPhone, Judge?
What?
That's the position number.
41, I believe.
41, Miss. She
Okay.
Or is that Carla So?
Judge, I'm happy to qualify her if we want to reset her to the 1:30 calendar, or I can step out and do that right now if you want.
Do you have any pleas that are coming up?
I don't this afternoon, Judge.
Okay. Ms. So,
He's muted. Miss So, you're muted.
Can you hear me, ma'am?
Unmute yourself. Try to press the little microphone.
Oh, okay, now I'm back. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm here.
Yes, Miss So, let's see. You've been charged with no proof of insurance and failure to yield the right of way. What were you planning on doing? Do you have an attorney to represent you on these matters?
No, I don't have anyone to represent me, but if I need be, I will get someone to represent me. That was years ago, so I'm not sure as to what I'm supposed to do. I mean, I don't know, so. 'Cause that's been like.
Have you all taken a look at these charges and for when they are?
I know that, I think that was like in 2016.
Yes, it was. Hold on for me, Miss So. Okay. All right. So what I'm going to do, because I'm not ready for Mr. Sims. It doesn't appear that anyone's ready for Mr. Sims. I apologize, sir. Okay. I need proper paperwork that includes proper recommendation from the state. I need a complete criminal history. If I have to go to pretrial to get that, I need it. I mean, this meant about the state's recommending a year in custody for this gentleman. So I need all this to be filled out properly before I take this plea. So whether he's been sitting here and he's been here all day. And I can't make a proper decision without, and Miss Helen, quite frankly, you should want to know what his criminal history is prior to taking a non-negotiated plea, even up to this point, because you know that's going to make a determination as to whether he's in custody or not.
Understood, Judge.
If anybody's ready to take this plea at this point in time, Miss Waldrop.
Give us a minute, Judge.
Okay.
Get all of that for you.
Okay.
And when you say the proper plea paperwork, do you not have plea paperwork on this case, Judge?
I do, but Ms. Helen has filled it out such that what she wants, not what's been recommended.
Okay, and I think the reason for that is it's a non-negotiated plea.
Right. I understand, but I think that if it says, do you understand that the state has promised to recommend the sentence of, it should be the state's recommended sentence, correct?
Okay, yes.
Okay, so that's my concern with that.
Yes, Judge.
All right, so what I want to do is put Mr. Sims on hold for a minute because we do have other people that we need to take care of that have also been on hold. So if I can get one of you to work on Mr. Sims's matter, and then we'll move on to someone else's plea.
Where do we write?
That we can take.
And Judge, do you need me to resubmit the plea paperwork with empty state recommendation lines? I can do that.
Right, or for the state to put on there what their recommended sentence is. I don't care who does it as long as somebody puts the proper recommendation from the state on there. Okay.
Okay. That's me. I'm gonna go this paperwork.
And Attorney Miller, have you gotten everything that you need as far as the paperwork and fill that out? Attorney Clark Miller, can you hear me?
Oh, I forgot my new last name. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
Like you're talking to me?
All right, yes, it's been submitted, Your Honor. We're ready to move forward. My client currently resides in California, so just a couple of questions/statements. She currently lives in California. She will be here next week for 2 weeks, so she'd like to do all of the requirements. She's already done the alcohol, the risk reduction program. She'd like to do the other requirements while here, if possible, if she could report to probation then, but we just wanted to put that on the record and share that with the court.
Okay, so, so in that regard, what's the request? I'm sorry.
That she just be able to report, if she has to report in person, that she be allowed to report in person to probation over the next 2 weeks.
Okay, yeah, I generally give people 2 weeks to report, anyway, okay? So as long as she reports within the next 2 weeks or so, it's fine with the board.
Thank you.
Okay, so we'll take the plea as soon as the court gets the paperwork.
Well,
Ms. Gamble? Ms. Gamble? Can you hear me, Ms. Gamble?
I'm Mrs. So.
I know, I'm not talking to you, Ms. So. I
Oh,
see
I'm
you
sorry,
there.
I'm sorry.
It's all right.
I'm sorry.
Fine, Ms. So.
Hi, how are you?
I'll be with you when I can, Ms. So, but I'm talking to Ms. Gamble,
Okay.
okay?
I hear you. You
Okay.
said Miss Gamble, right?
Yes, I did, Ms. Gamble. I just want you to know you're being live YouTube all over the world. So
Mhm.
everyone in this world can see you laying in bed or wherever you are, halfway clothed. So
Oh,
you
I
just,
have on clothes. It's just a top or half shirt.
okay, all right. Well, I just want you to know that you know that I need for you to be, you know, appropriately dressed for court, especially since this is being live YouTube all over the world. You understand me? Okay, we'll be back with you.
Do you hear?
Miss So.
Yes, sir.
If you can place your contact information in the chat, I'd appreciate it. So I can have somebody reach out to you, okay?
Okay. Uh-oh.
And I apologize, Judge. I resubmitted the plea paperwork with the cover sheets, with the plea forms, and I whited out the state's recommendations so that whatever we come to or will be placed there.
Okay, so let me print that out and give it to the state so they can put their recommendation in there. And do we have the complete history now?
Yes, sir. You just wanted the convictions, is that correct? Your Honor?
Yes, yes.
There are two convictions, Your Honors, whenever you're ready.
Okay. You
I
can go ahead.
apologize, Judge, that mic is not on again. I can't hear.
Yes, Your Honor, there are two convictions. The first one is cycle 2 from 2017 burglary in the second degree. The disposition was juvenile adjudicated delinquent. And the cycle 3 driving without a valid license guilty, and that was from 2018.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
That's what I needed. All right, so as soon as we get that paperwork.
Before we get started, Miss Snow, Miss So, can you hear me? Hey, this is Frank Gates in the Public Defender's Office.
Yes.
I see your phone number. Do me a favor. We didn't really need your mailing address. Kindly, can you put put your email address in the chat so I can email you the PD application, okay?
Okay, I will. 1 second. You need my email. Okay, I'll do that right now. Okay.
Okay, thanks.
And Mr. Gaither?
Yes, yes, sir.
What I'd like for you to do as soon as someone else comes back in, would you just discuss these charges? The 2016 charges, they look like they're traffic charges.
Yes.
Oh.
So,
I already told Miss Waldrop, and she said she was gonna call the victim, and it looks like it could just be fines or it could go away. Not sure.
okay,
but
all right, so
I
thank you.
started that process.
I appreciate it.
Mhm.
It's on side. Why is it still on?
Inside, doesn't stay open.
Mr. Glanville, you with me?
Yes, Your Honor.
Can you, have someone get, IT or someone to come help me with this printer? So this afternoon, we're not having the same issue that we're not able to print in the courtroom. Can we have somebody look at that between now and 1:30?
Yes, Your Honor. I'll reach out.
Okay, I appreciate it. Thank you. Oh, okay, all right. Ms. Githia. Ms. Githia, are you with me? Ms. Helen?
Yes, Judge.
Okay, while we're waiting on, we're having problems here in the court with the printer, so we're waiting on the paperwork from Mr. Sims. As soon as I raise Ms. Githia, are we able to go ahead and take Ms. Gamble?
Yes, Judge, I've already submitted the DocuSign.
Okay.
We are in agreement. It is negotiated.
Okay, I have the paperwork. So as soon as Ms. Githia comes back on the line with me, we can get that done.
Thank you, Judge.
Sorry about that. I just stepped away for 1 second.
Oh, no, you're fine, Ms. Githia. Are we ready to take Ms. Gamble's plea?
Just give me 1 second.
Okay, can you unmute for me, Ms. Gamble?
Ms. Gamble?
I think she's
I'm
trying.
here.
Okay, great. Can you raise your right hand for me? Do you swear affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, you can place your hand down. Thank you, ma'am. Whenever you're ready, Ms. Githia.
Yes, for the theft by conversion, the state's offer is 12 months to serve 1 day, credit for time served 1 day, to take a theft prevention class, to do 40 hours of community service, pay restitution to Foot Locker in the amount of $394, and the balance is suspended upon completion of the conditions.
And Judge,
I'm sorry, does the defense stipulate to the facts, venue, and ID?
We do so stipulate. We ask this court to accept this plea as negotiated. And yes, Judge, that is our understanding of the plea.
Okay, Ms. Gamble, it's my understanding that in case 21 CR 004807E, you wish to plead guilty to theft by conversion. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this afternoon?
Oh, no.
You've
Too
been
early.
represented
No.
too early. You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with your counsel's representation?
Yes, I am.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on this charge, and that by pleading guilty to it, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
Yes, Your Honor.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No, Your Honor.
I'll accept the plea as negotiated, Ms. Gamble. Ms. Helen, have we already gotten Ms. Gamble the where she needs to report to probation?
No, Judge. With the new system of the links being sent, I didn't know if I should fill out the sheet for her, but I can send her the probation office contact number and address right now.
Okay, so if you'll get that to Ms. Gamble, once you get that, if you will report within the next 2 weeks or so, we'd appreciate it. And as soon as you complete the terms of the probation, it will terminate. Okay, so the sooner you get it done, the sooner you won't be on probation.
Thank you so much. Y'all have a nice holidays.
Thank you so much, Ms. Gamble.
Before you leave, Ms. Helen, you had emailed me about the first defender. Did you want?
Yes, Judge. Thank you, Ms. Githia. Miss Gamble hasn't used her first offenders. And Judge, I am asking, thank you, Ms. Githia. I am asking if she be allowed to use her first offenders for this case, if the court will allow it.
And it doesn't appear that she has used it and there's no objection.
Okay, so if she wants to use it on a misdemeanor matter, then I'm happy to allow her to.
Yes,
Okay?
Judge.
All right, so I'll get that signed once I get the paperwork.
Thank you so much, Judge.
All right, good luck to you, Ms. Gamble.
Thank you, Judge.
you.
Is there somebody for you, ma'am? I just make sure.
Okay, thank you.
Would you like for me to write the recommendations?
I'm sorry,
Would you like for the state to write the recommendations?
if you would, please. Okay, thank you.
Your Honor, I just have one more thing to tell you about the criminal history. The defendant does have reopened felony charges. The first one is possession, purchase.
I apologize, Judge. Again, we can't hear.
I'm sorry, Ms. Helen. Your Honor, the defendant also has 3 open felony charges. The first one is purchase, possession, manufacture, distribution, or sale of marijuana that's open. The second one is possession of a firearm or knife during commission or an attempt that's open. And then the third one is unlawful to possess, display, or use any false, fraudulent, or altered identification that's open also. Do you need the case numbers, Your Honor? Or
Yes, please, and the date of the alleged offense.
okay.
Are
for
they
the-
all from the same transaction and occurrence?
Yes, Your Honor, it's the same. So for the first one, the transaction, it was January 17, 2022. The case is 23 CS SC 189-273. The second one, it's all the same case. The second one is 23 SC 189-273, and then this third one's also the same day. Yeah.
That's the
Those are the open ones. Open felonies.
defender Brian Olaf with our office. So that's an open felony case, which I believe the court was already aware of at the previous court dates, because the judge wanted me to contact that public defender to find out about the status of that case.
Okay, and so I guess my concern at that time was that a plea in this case would affect those cases. So you've had the opportunity to speak with his other attorney, Ms. Helen?
I did, Judge, and I also forwarded the email to Miss Georgia. In that email, that case has been reset to a February plea date, February 5th of 2024. Mr. Olaf is aware of my case. He's also aware that Mr. Sims wants to close this case in things that I want to ask for, but he is aware that we do want to close this case in a plea.
And I take it that he's in agreement with with
Yes,
that?
Judge, via email, Mr. Olaf stated to me that, again, not to expose the conversations between him and Mr. Sims, that they are resolving case number, and
Okay.
I'll put it out here. That case number is 23SC189273 in a plea, and that is scheduled for February of 2024 with Mr. Brian Olaf. Also, Judge, in that it's not separate cases, there's multiple charges, it's not separate cases. When you do look at that, under Odyssey, several of those charges were not presented to the grand jury. So only a couple of those charges. So Judge, that's still an open case.
And Your Honor, if I may.
Yes.
Thank you. With respect to the open case, the open felony case.
I can't hear, Judge.
With respect to the open felony case, that is correct that there were several charges that were not presented to the grand jury. However, the 3 charges that were recited by Ms. Casadakis were indicted, one of which involves, again, a firearm charge, Judge. And just to give a little bit of context to the court with respect to the state's offer, or recommendation rather, it is our position that Mr. Sims is not a good candidate for probation due to not only continuing arrests that include both felony and misdemeanor charges, but Judge, there are actually a couple of failure to appears on his criminal history as well. There's one from November 2nd of 2022 here in Fulton. That was a failure to appear. And there's one from as recent as August 25th of 2023. He's got a failure to appear in Spalding County. So I just want the court to be clear as to the state's basis for its recommendation in this case. It's not just the nature of the charge, but there's a history here that the state is very concerned about. And I think Ms. Casadakis did provide the previous convictions to the court.
And Judge, if I could just speak on the Spalding case, I'm pretty sure he was incarcerated, and at that case, the FTA was closed in his arrest, Judge. And I think when I spoke to Mr. Sims, again, Mr. Sims at the podium, he did fail to appear just from having his information not updated, but he was arrested. And the FTAs were closed due to his incarceration. Also, Judge, yes, certain charges were not presented to the grand jury, but that felony case is still open. It has another court date for February. Those allegations are still being disputed with his attorney, with the state, Mr. Brian Olaf. So I do hear the state's argument, Judge, but for this present case, the 2 convictions that we have, driving while license suspended, and the other charge, Judge, I do believe he's a good candidate for probation. He's appearing here in court today, Judge. He's letting you know how serious he believes this is. So I do believe he's going to report. He's working 2 jobs, and he wants to close this case and show the court that he takes this quite serious and report to probation, as well as, if the court allows, any conditions of those probations to be completed.
Okay, tell me once again what the firearm charges, the felony firearm charges are.
Yes, Judge. So the first charge is that of purchase, possession, manufacture, distribution, or sale of marijuana. The second is possession of a firearm or knife during the commission of or attempt of commission of a felony. And the third is unlawful to possess, display, or use any false, fraudulent, or altered identification. And Your Honor, just want to point out that on that obstruction of a law enforcement officer case, the defendant actually FTA'd on that back in April of this year. That was appeared on a plea and arraignment calendar before Judge Richardson. And there was a warrant issued on May 1st of 2023. I believe that warrant has since been inactivated. But that is, again, just a history of failing to appear and therefore failing to comply with certain conditions, such as keeping your address updated, appearing before the court when the case is calendared. And so that's part of the state's concern.
Okay. And tell me about the carrying a concealed weapon and theft of services allegations.
Yes, Judge, one moment. Your Honor, it looks like, this occurred, when there was a report of a unreturned vehicle. They ended up, I guess, detaining occupants of that vehicle. Mr. Sims was arrested on an FTA warrant. And during transport of Mr. Sims, he admitted to having a firearm on his person. So it was, the gun was located on his person. It was a 9mm handgun located in his underwear pursuant to a search.
And the obstruction.
One moment, Judge. I apologize, Judge. I didn't have this up because I thought this case was on for this afternoon. So,
I understand. Yeah, I'm not rushing you.
thank you.
Miss Helen, when is this next hearing date on the felonies?
I'm just gonna pull up Odyssey so I can read it clearly here. So for the 23 SC 189273 felony case, the next court date that Odyssey shows me is going to be a February 5th, 2024 bond plea and arraignment. Courtroom 1D at 10 a.m. It doesn't have a judge. It just says judge non-complex 2.
And Judge, with respect to that obstruction of a law enforcement officer, that stems from an incident occurring on July 15th of 2022, when officers were investigating a hand-to-hand transaction with another individual. That individual then ran over to an SUV that was occupied by Mr. Sims as the driver. And it looks like he did obstruct and hinder Officer Sherwood of the Georgia State University Police Department in the lawful discharge of his duties by refusing to unlock that vehicle while they were trying to conduct this investigation relating to another individual, Mr. Benjamin.
Yeah. Yeah. And have I gotten the paperwork back from the state?
Ours are offered.
No, they haven't.
I offer this 12 months.
No, the approved. Which one is the gun case?
The 106. Just 12 month and 12 month consecutive. Okay. That's still hers.
I'm gonna post it.
Every time served.
Yeah, write that one in. Yeah, that's fine.
And then I just added that in consent.
Thank you. What is our next final plea calendar in April? Can you remind me again?
April, final plea is April 3rd.
It's the third.
At 1:30.
Okay.
Um, Before we go forward, Ms. Helen, anything else that you want to, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do, what I recommend that you do. But anything else that you want to say on behalf of Mr. Sims before I let you know what my sentence will be?
Yes, Judge. Mr. Sims, I know it's not a bond hearing, but he is currently working 2 jobs, Amazon as well as DHL delivery services, Judge. He is a father of a 4-year-old daughter, which he's a proud provider of. He did graduate from Mount Zion High School. And as far as the current time served or that he's done for the carrying concealed weapon, I have 3 days from an October 15th, 2020 to an October 17th, 2020. And then an additional 15 days. He was rearrested for the FTA and had to bond out again on the carrying charge. So there was an additional 15 days to serve from November 2nd, 2022 to November 16th, 2022.
Okay. I'm concerned about the, anything further, Ms. Helen?
No, Judge.
Okay. I'm concerned about the timeframes of these cases. You have a 2020 case that we're here on for today. You also, that involves a gun. You have a 2022 case that will be heard in February that involves a gun. I'm concerned about those gun charges, Ms. Helen. I do think that I would require additional jail time in this matter because of the possibility of not learning the lesson with regards to this gun. What I would like is, as far as the court is concerned, is that if he wants to come back after the February 5th court date, I'm not sure if he is going to receive any jail time in that regard, but I would like to dispose of this case on the April 3rd final plea calendar. That way he can, I can make a decision. I'm not sure if he'd be in custody or not be in custody, but I'll make a determination at that time after it's determined what his sentence will be in that case. If he wants to plead today, he'll just know that there will be additional jail time that he will have to start serving before that February 5th date comes up in that regard. So whatever you like for me to do as far as this goes today, but just so he knows that he'll be taken into custody and remanded to the jail in this matter.
I guess my only question, Judge, is number one, just the reset court date. And then 2, what is the court's recommendation for this case?
The court is going to have if he wants to plead today, it will be at least 90 days in custody.
No, Your Honor, I do not believe Mr. Sims is going to accept that plea today. I have taken note of what the court's recommendation is. Are there other stipulations?
There will also be a gun safety class and the anger management. the community service. I just don't think he's learned, you know, these are serious charges. I don't know if he's learned his lesson in regards to carrying a concealed weapon, given that he had a charge and then he's picked up other gun charges after that charge in a
Understood,
relatively
Judge.
small time. Okay, and I also think it would benefit him to deal with those felony charges before dealing with, you know, with these misdemeanor charges. But
Yes,
again,
Judge.
that's up to you.
I do take that same belief, Judge. I believe we should handle this misdemeanor in April, after the February felony has been handled.
Okay, and if that's the case, I'll take another look at it, Mr. Sims. At that point in time, if you want to come back, when you come back before me, and we can make a determination based on what happens with your other charges. Okay?
Understood, Judge. I hear you. Is Mr. Sims excused?
Yes, let me go ahead and just make sure that everyone knows when the next hearing date is.
Understood, Judge.
And that is going to be positions 10 and 11. The April 3rd final plea, is that right? At 1:30.
Understood, Judge.
All right, so Mr. Sims, we'll see you back then, sir.
Thank you so much, Judge. And I believe that may be all my cases.
Okay, so we will see you this afternoon, Ms. Helen?
Well, Judge, I'm gonna stay on and hear the call.
Okay. Do we have the paperwork for Ms. Clark's case? Have I gotten that?
That should be.
Okay.
So much.
Oh, my back. My neck and my back.
Judge, I have one brief announcement before we get started with the next plea.
Okay.
Position number 41, Miss So. We did speak with her. She does not qualify for our services at this time. I did advise her to seek private counsel just based on what she was describing about the case and what the state is requesting.
Okay, so I don't have that paperwork, so if we can get that I can see for Ms. Clark's case.
I'll read the board.
Have you all printed that out for me?
Because there is an act which I use the criminal process to enforce a civil remedy. So if this guy didn't follow, I think she needed a hot lawyer. So if he didn't follow up to the insurance, that's no reason not to follow. You know how it's a lot of people do.
Yeah, they're gonna have to show more than just like a criminal.
They're trying to get arrested. Yeah, see, that's gonna.
Okay, so while I'm getting that, so let's see, you've been charged in case 17 CR 025967E with no proof of insurance and failure to yield right of way. What's the state's recommendation on these charges? Position 41, Ms. So. And if you can go ahead and unmute yourself. Ms. So.
Okay, I'm here. Sorry, I'm back.
No, you're fine.
Yes, Judge. So with respect to that no proof of insurance, that is a $200 fine, and the failure to yield right of way will be a $200 fine plus restitution. I have not received that restitution amount from Mr. Moon, the victim, the accident victim, but he is working on getting that to me.
Okay, so it's my understanding that you do not wish to accept that offer, Ms. So.
I mean, I don't know what his restitution is, so I can't accept something that I don't know what he's trying to say or what, because it could be out of my bounds for me to take care of, so
No,
I
no,
don't know.
I understand. I would want to know what the amount is before I agree to it also, Ms. So what I'm going to do is if that's the recommendation, I will reset you, so that they can get the restitution amount. If there's no, suppose there was no restitution, do you know whether or not you'd want to move forward if there's no restitution as asked for by the state?
Exactly, yeah, I would like to move forward if there's no restitution, because I don't know, the amount, yeah.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna reset you for final plea calendar on February 7th at 1:30. Okay? So hopefully by then, if there is restitution, the state will get it to you. If they don't have a restitution amount by that date, then I'm not gonna order restitution, okay?
Okay, so I need to get a lawyer to come to court on that date, right?
If you
That's what I'm gonna
choose
do.
to,
I
right?
will, just to make
Okay.
sure.
All right, so that will be February 7th, final plea.
Your Honor,
So,
I just want to ask, because this will help in this, even though I have nothing to do with this case, I just want to ask just for clarity. So when she talks to her new lawyer, is she charged with no proof of insurance or no insurance? Those are two separate charges. No insurance is a suspendable offense. No proof of insurance is, I mean, that's really a
I
$40
understand.
fine.
I have that she's charged with no proof of insurance. That's
So
what
it's
the
okay.
calendar, that's what the calendar says.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Any questions for me, Ms. So?
yes, so I don't have to pay anything right at this moment. I will go to court and then they will tell me, the other.
Yes, you're
restitution.
gonna see me again on February 7th, and then we can move forward if you choose to. Okay.
And we'll be in person, correct?
I like to have you here in person, but you can be over Zoom if you choose to. If you're gonna enter a plea, and you're not represented, I prefer you come down in person. It'll be easier to get done, okay?
Okay, thank you so much. And I will receive paperwork on this, right?
Let me make sure that we have, because you got on late with me, so did we get her a proper address?
She gave me her address, Judge. I'm happy to supply that to the clerk's office. I did also tell her, please contact the clerk's office and make sure your address is up to date.
Okay, if you'll do that, Ms. We'll see if we can update your contact information. You got some grace today because someone, the clerks gave you a call, because you were not here. Had you not appeared, bench warrant was gonna be issued for your.
Oh, my goodness.
That's right, so, and we don't have any indication, I don't think, that where we sent where we sent the notification returned to us. That's why bench warrant was going to be. Okay.
Well, I appreciate you doing that. I just got off work myself this morning. I'm a nurse. I worked all night, so I appreciate your leniency for this.
All right.
Today. I really do.
Very good. We'll see you back on February 7th.
All right. Thank you. Bye-bye.
You're welcome. Okay, are we ready with Ms. Woodard?
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Okay, and let's see, is Ms. Woodard on with me? There you go. Thank you for your patience, Ms. Woodard. If you raise your right hand for me. Do you swear from the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Okay, you can place your hand down. Yes.
Yes, Judge. His order is pleading to one count of DUI. I'll tender a no cost on the failure to maintain lane charge to the court. With respect to the state's, the negotiated sentence between state and defense, it is 12 months to serve 4 hours, credit for time served of 1 day, balance probated, to pay a $300 fine, complete 40 hours of community service, production, an alcohol and drug evaluation and any treatment deemed necessary, as well as a victim impact panel. We did agree that it would go non-reporting upon successful completion of all conditions. It is my understanding that she has completed the risk reduction. And Your Honor, this is a first arrest for Ms. Woodard. Counsel, do you stipulate to a factual basis, venue, and identification for purposes of the plea?
I do so stipulate.
Nothing further from the state judge.
Yes, Ms. Clarkman.
Thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor, we would ask that the court accept the joint recommendation. As I stated before we came on the record for this particular case, Ms. Woodard does in fact live in California. This incident happened back in early 2000, and she completed the risk reduction course on February 20th of 2020. I'm sorry, 2020, not 2000. 2020 is when it happened. So back during the pandemic, right when we were getting started in the pandemic. She will be here and will report to probation within the next 2 weeks. And it is her goal to complete the conditions so that she can be on non-reporting. She does live in a state where recreational marijuana is legal. So on her first report, when she reports, she may have marijuana in her system. I'll state that for the record as well. And that is our request, Your Honor, that you accept the recommendation. We would also request a certificate of first conviction with regard to her driving privileges in the state of Georgia.
No objection?
No objection, Judge, and I just, I did not clarify with defense counsel earlier whether or not Ms. Woodard would be forfeiting her license by sending it in, or if there were to be a lost license affidavit that would be completed. I know that has to be done.
She'll have to surrender her license when she gets here.
Okay, when she reports for probation.
Did you hear that, Ms. Clarkman, in regards to surrendering the license?
I did hear that, Your Honor. Ms. Woodard, do you still have your Georgia license, or did you tell me you lost them?
No, I still have it.
Okay, all right. So not a problem, Your Honor.
So she'll be here, it was my understanding, in 2 weeks or so?
She'll be here next week for 2 weeks. Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, all right, so she can report to probation for the first time, then surrender the license at that point in time. And as she lives in California, the court has no objection to her reporting by phone or email or however they do it. Okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
So let me go ahead and, if nothing further, I'll go ahead and take the plea. Ms. Woodard, would you unmute yourself for the court? Raise your right hand for me. Do you swear affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
You can place your hand down. Thank you. It's my understanding that you wish to, in case number 21 CR 007072E, plead guilty to driving under the influence. Is that correct?
Yes.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this afternoon?
No.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with her representation?
Yes.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on this charge, and that by pleading guilty to it, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
Yes.
Did anyone force or coerce you to plead guilty?
No.
I'll accept the plea as negotiated with the terms that we've already discussed. All right, good luck to you, Ms. Woodard.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. That concludes my business. May I be excused?
Yes, and do we have you gotten the application to get filled out? We'll get that to you so you can get that filled out and completed.
Right. Thank you, Your Honor.
Have a good day. Thank you for your patience.
You too.
Okay, I think that concludes the 9 o'clock calendar. Would you all like to go over the calendar?
Yes.
Okay, and Ms. Rosenhuber and Mr. Gaither, for all of those that you were on hold for, I take it that you were not able to get in contact with them. As such, it will be a bench warrant.
That's correct, Judge.
Okay.
Okay, position 1, reset final plea February 7th. Position 2, jury trial demand. Position 3, no cross. Position 4, bench warrant. Position 5, plea. Position 6, transfer back to division.
Position 6, he said transfer back to the division?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because that's the one case, Judge, I was gonna say, Ms. Githia and I, we're at a procedural crossroad. Because he, in fact, yeah, he's in Dooley County State Prison, Dooley State Prison. That's in Unadilla. He's gonna be, his maximum date is August 17, 2029. When you count the time, the 157 days he spent on this case, plus this case violated his parole and is right there in Odyssey. So he spent a total of 381 days as well done the time, but he's in Unadilla. And we could put it on a final plea calendar, we could put on a trial calendar, but the state's gonna have to get him here. So.
I take it the state's not willing to know for us in that case.
No, I understand that, but I'm just saying somebody's gonna have to get him here.
And I offered, we can do a plea and abstention in this case.
So I have to, that creates a hardship for me to go to Unadilla several times, I'm telling you.
Okay.
I'm already tapped out.
You all will have to work it out, okay? All right, so transfer back to the division.
Position 7, bench warrant. Position 8, bench warrant. Position 9, reset for status, March 6th. Position 10, bench warrant. Position 11, reset to status, March 6th. Position 12, reset to status, March 6th. Position 13, reset final plea, February 7th. Position 14, reset motions, March 20th. Position 15, plea. Position 16, bench warrant. Position 17, reset status, March 6th. Position 18, bench warrant. Position 19, bench warrant. Position 20, bench warrant. Position 21, no cross. Position 22, bench warrant. Position 23, no cross. Position 24, bench warrant. Position 25, bench warrant. Position 26, reset final plea, April 3rd. Position 27, reset final plea, February 7th. Position 28, bench warrant. Position 29, reset status, March 6th. Position 30, bench warrant. And 31, bench warrant. Position 32, reset final plea, February 7th. Position 33, reset final plea, February 7th. Position 34, reset status, March 6th. Position 35, reset final plea, April 3rd. Position 36, reset status, March 6th. Position 37, reset final plea, February 7th. Position 38, bench warrant. Position 39, reset status, March 6th. Position 40, plea. Position 41, reset final plea, February 7th. Position 42, reset status, March 6th. Position 43, reset status, March 6th. Position 44, no cross. Position 45, bench warrant. Position 46, reset final plea, April 3rd. Position 47, bench warrant. Position 48, reset status, March 6th. Position 49, reset status, March 6th. Position 50, bench warrant. Position 51, plea. Position 52, plea.
Okay, questions, concerns? Thank you all. 30 minutes. Guys, I know we have a short period of time. Can I make sure that we do have someone here at 1:30 to take this chain plea for me?
Yes, Judge, I reached out to Ms. Githia, Mr. Weiner.
Yes, I have it. Yes. Is Ms. Githia gonna be taking that or? Okay, so, Ms. Githia, I told, Mr. Weiner, that we'll take his plea prior to calling the calendar, as he has an appointment at,
Matter of fact, I just.
at 2. So you'll jump on for me right then, so we can get this plea taken, okay?
Okay, you have all the plea paperwork and the null pros order, right?
Yes, I have the plea paperwork. I don't have the null process as of yet, but, I'm sure they'll get it to me, okay?
Okay.
Before we leave, Ms. Kithia,
Yes.
it slipped through my cracks. I have Eric Bray on the final plea calendar. We reset him to take a plea. So if you could email me his paperwork, if you did, I can't find it.
I'll double check, and if not, I'll send it to you.
Okay, either me or I guess the clerk so they can print it. Cause I'm not going back to the office.
Okay, just give me a few minutes. and
Okay, no
I'll
problem.
get it
I
to
just
you.
wanted to let you know. Thanks.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, thank you. I'll see you.